live, it says.
Do, 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 do.
I think we should say hello by going to the website.
Say hello, Gracie.
Yes. Hi there, everybody. That's Corey.
I'm Corey.
I'm Lori. And
we are the Coles.
Gee.
I should have said that.
Surprise, surprise. Welcome to yet another live stream.
Roseworks Gaming is awake.
Good.
More than we can say for ourselves.
Yes, we're never awake. Never totally awake. So, at any rate.
No, we never did put that poster back up.
We never did, but it's sitting in the bedroom and it's ready to actually.
Should I run in there and get it?
No, I don't think so. I think we're good.
I can go back to bed.
No, that's all right. We don't need that.
Well, we are starting to get a little bit better. Still kind of getting over our cough and stuff from...
MagFest.
Yeah, from traveling.
From traveling, yes, yeah. Indeed. It
traveling.
Wouldn't matter where it was. It would have been, the same result.
As I posted in my latest blog over on Patreon, where you should all be.
Yes. Brainiac made it this time.
Hey.
At the library. Okay, well, that's not really showing. We would have liked your comments other than that. You could have said what you saw at the place, which we didn't get to see much of.
I don't seem to have
so, Brainiac, feel free to fill us in as we go along.
So...
Yes, thank you. We are feeling a little bit better. Well, Corey's still kind of got a cough, but that's usual.
Here's our Patreon on the sidebar. I don't know what the /C means. So, hopefully that works for you. That might be something that I get because I'm an author on it.
Could be. Who knows? Well, see if it...
If it doesn't work, try it without the C.
Yep.
So I posted this thing called Delayed Glory, and that was a roundabout way to a blog post.
Okay.
Where I decided to post some of Lori's pictures from our trip up the Danube, and we decided I would post her pictures from Bratislava. Only I'd completely forgotten that I already posted all those pictures back in September. Fortunately, what I actually wrote had absolutely nothing to do with the trip or Bratislava.
Interesting post. It appears you lack the gift of bullshitting, Corey. Well, I wouldn't say that. He does.
No, I'm embarrassed about it. Is the problem?
Yes, he is.
Real serious bullshitters believe what they're saying, or at least say with a straight face.
And can lie with a straight face. Corey is far.
I know when I'm lying.
He's far too honest. Is the problem.
So anyway, I told this lead-in to the trip of why it took us more than 30 years to actually get around to going on a trip to not Greece.
Yes.
And I was going to get into that too, and finally said, this has nothing to do with Bratislava, and but let me do some research on what pictures I've already uploaded for the trip, and I found this article back in September 24th called "Being in Bratislava," and my new one was "Becalmed in Bratislava."
But it wasn't actually Bratislava we were becalmed in. It was Budapest.
No, it was Bratislava.
Budapest was the last place we were at.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it would have been incorrect anyway.
It would have been incorrect anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bratislava's already been posted. We do need to post Prague and Budapest pictures.
What we got? Yeah. 23 consecutive months. That's almost 2
awesome.
Years.
Just about.
Yes, thank you very much.
So Lori has for quite some time, the little-known secret is that you don't actually have to subscribe to our Patreon, because Lori keeps giving away our work for free on Facebook.
Yes.
Despite all the problems that we've had with Facebook management.
Yes, we still have a community on Facebook if you can stomach it. You're more than welcome to keep joining.
I probably
groups are still heavy.
I should probably find her page and let you know. So all these pictures is over here on Lori Cole.
Yeah, okay, fine.
All right, so here is Lori's Facebook for art and stuff.
Mostly art.
Mostly art. Well,
occasionally.
She does what she calls photographic art, which is... I should probably show it.
Show
Desktop.
Desktop-y.
Here's part of her page. So Lori Cole page. She's got some flowers at the top. Justice for All in Prague. See, if she had given me these pictures, I would put them up on our Patreon and
Well, I do give them to you. I put them up there eventually.
eventually. Look at all these things. I have to like them all. It's my job.
Yeah. I deleted my Facebook. Yes, that in 2018. Wow.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, I don't. I appreciate anity that
So
does
we'll
that.
eventually get these up on our Patreon as Lori gives them to me, and I'm aware that they're there.
Yep.
Must like all of them.
Pretty ladies with swords. You're speaking my language. Yes. Yes. There's some great statues all through Europe, and if you are living in Europe, congratulations, because you are in an awesome area, land of art.
And so I asked her, so should we take a month or two off and go to Prague? And she said, well, I wouldn't mind that.
It wasn't just Prague. I didn't know what Prague was like, so I couldn't have told you I wanted to go to Prague.
I had heard
or
that
Budapest.
I had heard that Prague was amazing, but I had never been there.
No.
I had an opportunity back when I was 16 years old and was an exchange student in Berlin, Germany. And my class went on a class trip to Prague, and it was kind of cool because all the different classes we had were related to that. So in literature class, we studied Mozart on the journey to Prague, and in music class, we had music by Mozart, and basically everything. I think physics class, we had something that tied into Czechoslovakia or Slovakia. But I ended up going on a different class trip with a different class to Rome instead, which was quite amazing, but it wasn't Prague.
No. Wasn't Prague.
And I had no idea just how amazing Prague was. It certainly is. So of all the places we went, Prague and Budapest would probably be the two we'd recommend.
We would definitely recommend them. So, at any rate, yeah, doom scrolling. I find that doom scrolling actually, once you get down to having only your people that you actually like, and then all the 3 billion advertisements that Facebook puts in there, you actually have a fair amount of, at least you have some community going, and I do appreciate that. Let's see. I feel like everything is so enshittified now that we're going to go back to hosting our own pages with 90s flashing banners and the like. Hey, been there, done that. I did all those things. We had meeps that popped up on the sidebars and things like that. So I was really good at doing those.
I wonder if that page still exists.
It doesn't.
Probably not.
Sorry. Now it's sad to say.
Oh, no, it's still there.
This is not the jumping meeps. No, this is
not the
much
jumping meeps.
later. This is almost the 2000s.
Over here is the schoolforheroes.com, and Lori replaced it all with we are graduating, and put Hero You Road to Redemption at the top, and advertisements for the Kickstarter.
Yes.
And at that point, the website immediately died.
Yes.
Wait, here's the animated one.
Yeah, that's
Going to a
simple
Kickstarter.
gifts. Yes.
Wanna be a hero?
See if those links there actually do anything.
I don't think so.
Well, do they? Oh, they don't link anymore.
Well, they do. They do mouse over.
They do mouse over.
Holden is guided
See,
by the heart.
all of that CSS that I learned, just how to make these websites, all from scratch, people. I was in that day and age where.
And as you can see back then, the school was in Silmaria. And this was the School for Heroes as opposed to the University for Heroes.
Right.
And Silmaria, of course, is actually Crete. Marite. It's on Marite.
Yes,
and
it's on
Marite is Crete.
Marite is Crete, yes.
Or possibly Crete.
Marite and Crete, yeah.
Marite, Crete.
Uh-huh.
In the Greek Isles. And so we've been planning since before we made Quest for Glory 5 to go on a trip to the Greek Isles, and haven't made it yet.
I thought you lost the code for that site, or am I misremembering? No, the code that we lost for the site predates this one. This was the one that we actually...
Yeah, there was a previous site called howtobeahero.com, and...
that was all written in PHP. It was real programming language, people. Which I don't do.
Part of the School for Heroes was in PHP because I learned that just to work on the site.
Yes.
So we had a hero test. That was my big PHP
Yes.
contribution. That asked you, what kind of hero are you?
Well, we had it originally. We had it for the PHP, the original How to Be a Hero site. We had this, got a real programmer to program it. Corey wasn't involved because he was working at the time and down in LA on a poker project.
Pi Gal Poker.
Pi Gal Poker. Whereas my co-writer Michelle and I put together, with the help of real programmers, this site that had a great. What kind of hero do you want to be questionnaire, and then we duplicated it when we went, or we rewrote it and recreated it for.
And if you've never heard of Pi Gal Poker, you should look it up. It's very popular among Asian Americans, and I think also among people in Hong Kong and such.
I vaguely remember doing the thief track and getting through the Caesar cipher thing, and then the next quest was to prank people in the real world, and I realized that really wasn't for me. Well,
it wasn't actually a Caesar. It was just a substitution cipher.
Substitution cipher.
So Caesar ciphers are rotational ciphers. So they're like instead of A use B, instead of B use C, instead of C use D.
I thought it was a Caesar cipher.
No, it was a straight substitution cipher. And in fact, it was a reversible rotation cipher, which means that there are actually only 13 changes, which is relatively easy to break.
Ironically, annual OSU alumni trips have been to the Greek Isles or Aegean Sea. I think one's running in April this year, includes Delos.
Oh well, we should get into that. That might be through AHI Travel, which is where we did the Danube
really
trip.
should be getting.
There definitely has been at least one Greek Isles tour / cruise from UCSB alumni in years past, and we didn't make it.
No, but maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
But I do
maybe next year.
Yeah, I like the ones that have the university sponsored, because I like to feel like I'm doing something other than looking at pretty pictures or pretty.
Yeah, there's actually an educational aspect to it.
I want to learn something. I want to get the history and get the understanding of where I am and what I'm doing. You don't need to do this. Let's see, what else did we want to show? Oh, let's just do our ads. So Discord, you want to show Discord if you're not.
Here we go. Greece, Athens, and Crete.
Oh, great!
Just,
yes, of course he's going to show that.
AHI Travel.
That's in May. We can't make that one.
May of 2025. No, we're going to Tokyo instead.
Yes.
Darn.
Oh darn, Shecky darn.
What about a few additional dates? Maybe they'll do it next year.
Maybe, but at any rate, let's go to
September.
Cool.
We could do September.
We could do.
That's
actually a good time.
That's shoulder season. That's a great time.
Yeah. So I was going to say share our Patreon. I don't mean that. I mean Discord. I said.
Our Discord.
So yeah, make sure everybody's on Discord, which I'm pretty
Discord?
sure you all are on Discord. But if you aren't on Discord,
I'm on Discord.
Uh-huh.
Know that. I've been typing stuff.
Yeah.
I type newsflash. More people are playing a free game, the one that costs $70.
What a no! Yay! Doing my part. Yay!
Transolar Games. So I'm supposed to get a invite people. And
last time this didn't actually work.
Oh yeah, it usually gives me hit and use copy button instead. How about edit invite link? No, it doesn't help.
Oh well, so much for that. Any rate. April
still,
includes Delos, Mykonos, and Santorini. Is it Santorini that the volcano or
the
earthquakes
it's had all the mini earthquakes. Kind of terrifying.
Scary, yeah. Not really enough time to experience long-term any of them. It's like taking a summary class of the thing, and then you get to as many of our people do. That this is just an intro to. I don't think you're going to get it. It's not working right.
Yeah. So the invites haven't been working for a while, which is kind of crazy.
Oh well.
But we can tell you.
It's Transolar.
Search for quote Transolar Games on Discord to join the community.
There's a pre and post tour in Athens and Istanbul, respectively, which you probably get a better.
Not Constantinople.
You're right. Yes, exactly. So that would be really exciting. But it's just, our plans so far are Japan, which that with
And
our-
yours is in April, so it doesn't sound like this one because this one's in May.
yeah, so it's not the same one. Interesting. I need a hero. He's got to be strong and fast, but no experience necessary.
Ah. We prefer ones with a little bit of experience.
Yeah, well, we'll teach him on the job. That's where heroes learn, after all, unless they go to the university. So, at any rate, here we are.
What are these for your stream?
It is spring, heading to spring. It's still
Heading to
winter
spring.
by most people's
Alright, so
standards.
every morning I wake up with my eyes itching.
Yes, here it's heading to spring. Your things may
I think
vary.
the Northeast it's still winter.
Right. No rain in sight for the next week or for a month. So who knows? We may have had our rain for the year. But
That
we
sounds
will
like a
see.
really good price on the strip.
Uh-huh. So, not spring here in southwestern Ohio. We got it hit with snow yes.
I keep reaching for Lori's drink.
Oh, because Lori has actual liquid in hers still. You're about done there.
I'm getting low.
Yep. Let's see, what else is going on? Not too much from us. It's been, we haven't done anything, really. We're working on our games. Last question about the post before we jump into the game. What happened in Sierra around the Quest for Glory 4 period? Were they losing money or just catching equity fund disease? I could probably go read some books or documentaries. Is the Untold Story the best here? I have no clue.
I've never seen that one. So I read Ken Williams' book, which is Not All Fairy Tales of Happy Endings. And that actually is the best book for getting the business side of Sierra. That Ken talked about the, decisions they made where the company nearly went bankrupt because of the Atari VCS collapse.
Yeah, and that's old history.
That's old stuff, and then the acquisition and merger with CUC International and becoming Ascendant. That led to the final demise of the studio.
Yes, Quest for Glory time. Well, it was just after Quest for Glory time. They were trying to go to Washington, I think. And so they wanted to basically get rid of...
Yeah, the stories we heard is they were not able... Excuse me. Let me talk.
Okay, fine, yeah. Hi, Blasm. Yes, they were trying to get rid of. They wanted to move. That was the real key. Let's put it this way.
Yeah, but the official one was that they couldn't hire anyone in marketing or sales.
Yeah.
Because those people all wanted to live in big cities, and Oakhurst wasn't one.
Right, but that's just the obvious, the quote unquote reasons.
But the other part was that Ken Williams and friends were the highest paid people at Sierra. And the state of Washington has no personal income tax.
Right, so that would be a sizable gain for those people. But it's also that around that, I think sales were kind of flattening at that point. We didn't have a major breakout hit and 4 was released at the last possible moment, so they didn't get a lot of sales from 4 because it was a piece of crap.
And meanwhile, costs were skyrocketing because Phantasmagoria production was going on, and they bought another building and built a soundstage in that building and a whole video production facility just for Phantasmagoria, and it was not getting done in a year or two like originally planned, and was running into the millions of dollars. It's not a
Lori,
piece.
no, it's not a piece.
It's at least a pile.
Ah, okay. But we are now. There were a lot of things going in. If we ever get around to actually playing Quest for Glory 4, we'll go into more detail.
Yeah.
But right now...
But I did talk about all that
Yes.
in the latest blog post. And
Oh, okay.
the way it affected us was, Lori doesn't read my stuff. That's okay. I don't look at her art either, usually. I don't read her stuff.
Hurry up.
So the way it affected us was that there was a mandate came down from the executive management and or the board of directors that said all product budgets must be slashed by 20 to 25%. And I said, we just had this absolute disaster of Quest for Glory 4 going out without any testing and in an unfinished state. You know, we can't take another 20% off the budget. We'll never finish, the game won't get finished. And belatedly, I realized that top management probably had no idea what the budget was of Quest for Glory 4. They were just making a mandate because of Phantasmagoria. And what I should have said is, yes, we will reduce our budget from 1.2 million down to 900,000, as opposed to raising the budget from 750,000 to 900,000.
Yes. We learned our lessons.
It probably would have worked. But, as was said earlier in the stream, I'm very bad at bullshitting.
Right. So, any rate, to come back to Quest for Glory 2 era,
Ooh.
we are today's title was The Road to Raseir. And The Road to Raseir really is based solely on Sierra at the time. I mean, we've told this story before.
The name Raseir is, in fact, an anagram of Sierra, and there's a reason for that, other than the fact that
it works really
that works pretty well with Shapir.
Right, but these are reasons why these words were chosen. When we made Quest for Glory 1, there were ups and downs, and there were hard times. But for the most part, it was a grand adventure, and it was one we wanted to continue. We really thought, this is where we belong. We can do this, and we'll continue to do this. And it's a great sport. It's fun. I like working with the people. And then we come to the era of 2, where management decided they needed to manage. And all of a sudden, we had all these mandates from on high affecting everybody. And that's when we had to, entirely do an art style that wasn't appropriate to our game, which doubled the budget, and all sorts of things. But there was a lot of really bad energy at Sierra.
There was some good stuff. The artists were being treated with respect for the first time.
Yes, but then they hired a bunch of people who really weren't artists to do art. So I would say that's the negative side of that. People were getting better paid in the art department because they were all terribly underpaid, but they were also having more people brought on that really were not up to speed or doing art. They could just do things like, they were treated as the in-betweeners, as though we were doing real animation. So it was an interesting times, but mostly it was the negative energy, and it was the authoritarianism that all of a sudden everybody needs to be in.
We don't trust developers. You'll need to all go use a time clock to prove that you're actually in the office when you say you are.
And so therefore you had to check in. You had to type in your code and use a card to show that you were on time. In the core hours, quote unquote, instead of getting your work done when you felt like you were good at work.
Now, it was democratic. First thing they did was to poll all the developers and ask, what would you like the core hours to be? Well, all of the artists said, we want the core hours to be 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. because that would let them get home to their home studios and still have light to
or just to go sports or things like
go skiing, whatever.
Have a life.
The programmers, who were all night people, said, we would like the core hours to be 9 to 6.
I thought it was 10 to 6.
It might have been 10 to 7, but it was probably 9 to 6.
Okay, fine.
All the programmers wanted to be 9 to 6, and the artist said, we don't want to stay that late at the office. And programmers, in response to 7 to 4, said, we don't want to travel in the dark to the office. And so therefore the decision was made to make the core hours 8 to 5, after which nobody was happy.
Yeah. But it also was this authoritarianism that was going there. There was the people that decided, well, maybe we should unionize. And there was conflicts there. All in all, this great experience that Sierra had turned really sour and negative and just really unpleasant, which is why...
Despite the fact that we were working with these same amazing people.
Right. Which is why we have Raseir.
So...
Raseir was designed to be, in the first place, to be the opposite of Shapir. It was supposed to be the dark side of authoritarianism and fascism, and pulling from all sorts of kinds of tropes, like everything not forbidden is required.
It's mandatory.
Mandatory and things like that.
Everything not mandatory is forbidden.
Yes, the Brave New World stuff and
1984.
1984 and
Animal Farm.
Oh yeah,
We'd had one day at
these were
Sierra.
undercurrents of it. Yeah,
We had one day at Sierra where all the developers, whenever they walked past Management Row, said "oink, oink, oink."
Really?
And moo, moo. Yes. That was the little quiet protest.
I see. That's
so
not
quiet.
a quiet protest.
Oh, yes.
It was the buttons that says "I am," that had the umbrella and the bicycle from the prisoner.
The penny farthing bicycle from the prisoner.
Yes, and the prisoner was all about weird.
Being trapped in
a
a seemingly beautiful resort town, but the prisoner was not happy being trapped there forever.
Yes, I am not a number.
I am a free man.
So that is what the atmosphere was, which is where it all came into making Raseir. The happy place.
Yes. Yes, that was the TV show, The Happy Place. Yes. Or no, the Good Place. The Good Place.
This is not the... Yes,
this
was a good place. This is the good place.
So the backstory, of course, of Shapir and Raseir is they were twin cities with a sultan and the emir, who is his brother. I
don't know. No,
I think so.
They weren't. No, they're not related. They aren't related. No.
Oh, all right. Anyway, they were enlightened, benevolent leaders who had carved out oases of niceness out of the horrible desert, and they were, wonderful places to live. And then the emir disappears, and
the emir, let us put it this way, was not the brightest man, and he didn't trust the brightest people. And he had an excellent vizier. And as somebody says, never have a vizier.
As anyone learns from reading the Arabian Nights tales, the viziers are universally
no, they aren't
out for themselves.
It's not true, but
the best stories.
The best stories always have the evil vizier, and so therefore never have a vizier. Just a precaution.
So the evil vizier takes over in Raseir and turns this heavenly place into a nightmare, and that is Shapir. Shapir was Sierra. Shapir was Sierra in the 80s. Well, we weren't in Sierra in the 80s very long. I started working there in around March or April of 88, and Lori came along that summer, July or August of 88, and we started on Heroes Quest in late 88 to beginning of 89. So we didn't see a whole lot of the 80s.
And honestly, from all we know, from every damn game company of that time, there was always hell. It didn't matter where you were. It just...
They were also all basically, a bunch of hobbyists that wanted to become professionals.
Right. Nobody knew what they were doing. Everybody made it up as they went along, and some people got it right and some people did not.
Pretty good games came out of it, though. I mean, Wizardry was wonderful, Dungeon Master, terrific.
Yes, but when you talk to the people that are these teams behind these things, they went through hell trying to do it. I mean, and Wizardry, the one we talked to,
or Woodhead.
Yes, Woodhead said don't. Don't even think of using our code. Don't work with these people. It's
Actually, no. We talked to the other guy. We talked to the guy who took over from
okay.
them. Whose name slips my mind at the moment, but he took over for Wizardry 5 and 6, which are really interesting games. They're quite different from the earlier ones. But,
I know that Scott and Mark had nothing to do with Space Quest 1 VGA. That's, I don't believe, true. The Space Quest 1 VGA. Oh, the VGA version, they probably...
I think they probably were involved with
they
it.
Maybe, because they were Quest for Glory
1, Quest for Glory 1 VGA was totally Lori.
Yeah. I wrote the scripts for it.
Yeah,
but I didn't have any...
Did you have any team management then?
I didn't no, Richard Aronson was in charge of the team, and I didn't do a lot of interaction with them. I did some art interaction, but our director
John Bach,
really had an interesting, take on it. Besides the claymation, which I thought was really fun, I thought it was a great idea. His backgrounds and things were interesting. I didn't entirely approve, but then I didn't have a say in the matter. So, I mean, the only place I really didn't care for was Baba Yaga's interior hut, because suddenly it went from this nice little interesting claustrophobic house that is on chicken legs to a cavernous weird thing, 3 space. So I didn't care for that.
Whereas I had nothing to do with Quest for Glory 1 VGA, because I was over on the other side of the building working on converting all the games to the Sega Genesis CD. And that was a project that consumed about 8 to 10 months of my time, at which point I told management, can it? It's not going to work.
But in the Raseir era, yes,
this was 3 still.
Right.
Or 1 and 3. So
let's go back to 2, because we really were,
trying to do okay, back in 2.
2, and we had, of course, our squabbles with Bill Davis, who was the art director.
Yeah, he was the new creative director of the company.
And he wanted to have us do everything done in the style of as if we were doing a full VGA game, even though we were still in the era of how we did Quest for Glory 1. So we had to redo everything, the style for a thing we weren't actually doing. And the price tags went up, and then he was having the people that had all these people hired that were he hired all these people that were secretaries and that to do in-betweens. And what we mean by in-betweens is literally you were painting pixels on the screen. There were no computer programs that did the in-betweens, which honestly Pixar was starting at that point to figure out how to interpolate and do that. But Sierra had manually, you had to move pixels. And so, yes, it didn't take an artist to do it, but it would have taken somebody that understood, a little bit of how visuals should work.
Now, David comments, for what it's worth, Quest for Glory 2's art is phenomenal, and yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Our lead artist / art director on that project was Ken Nishue, who had come in halfway through Heroes Quest for Glory 1 EGA, and thanks, King Todd. He says, for Gaming Legends.
Yay!
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's
Yes, we're starting to look at,
sort of like the story of Bob Marley and the Wailers, when their record label wanted them to do the best of Bob Marley and the Wailers album. They said, no way, man. Once we have a best album, we're dead and gone. So that's the problem with being a legend, is legends are dead and gone.
Yeah.
We don't care to be. Anyway, so Ken Nishue, amazing fine artist, who was able to take the 16-color low-resolution EGA palette and make wonderful art out of it. And he was in charge of the team for Quest for Glory 2. Unfortunately, because of the rulings of management, the art team was over in one part of the building, and the programming team plus Lori was over in a different part of the building, and communication between the two groups not as good as it should have
Well, because we weren't allowed to talk. So that was again to that authoritarian.
We could send requests to them, but we couldn't actually meet directly.
So it was
I was just going to share this thing. This is Trousers Akimbo. This is Bill Davis's website. And you can see he's into really crazy abstract art and not at all the style that we used for Quest for Glory. But it turns out that that's just a preference of his, that he is actually a really...
he's a fine artist.
Yeah, he is a really talented artist that is capable of working in a variety of styles. Okay, here's one of his paintings of a dog.
Yeah.
It looks like one of Lori's photographs.
Yep. So,
okay, that's
yes.
oil on canvas.
So yes, he is an excellent artist.
You can tell by the dashboard of the car that it's actually a painting rather than.
Well, it's probably
photo.
from a photograph, honestly. But at the time, we didn't care for some of his decisions, so he became the
Are we allowed to have nudes on our screen?
We can go past.
We can go past it briefly.
Right, yes. I recognize those paintings because they were done in the plein air group that we were doing at the time.
With Yosemite Western Artists. Lori was the president of that for a while.
Yeah, when I was president, those photographs that were painted from, I know him. I was one of my favorites.
Yeah, Lori did a...
yes, there's the whole series.
Yeah, this is the whole series of models.
Yes. I'll tell you, I've got photos, somewhere hiding in the archives. I have photos of these things.
Yeah, external hard drive somewhere.
Yeah, but, I really enjoyed that time. At any rate, that's then and there, and that's...
So the point is that we were constantly at odds with Bill Davis, but he was actually a good guy, stood up for the artists, and a very talented artist in his own right.
We just happened to be at the opposite end of trying to make things work.
We were at the end of trying to survive the 16-color EGA era, and he was at the beginning of forging Brave New Worlds of 256-color VGA art.
So also in our mix, besides Adavis, we had Kavin, and that's just because Rick Cavan...
Oh yes, Bill Davis was Adavis.
Yeah. Yes, and Rick Cavan was the general manager who was the one that had in Space Quest going around the cubicles with a whip, and he was just an obvious target. He was,
a character and a half.
A character and a half.
Maybe 2 characters worth, actually.
Perhaps.
Slightly overweight.
Right. So therefore, we used him as Kavin, and that's mostly convenient. But the other one we incorporated into it was Al Skirva. Who was the...
Well, Skirvin was the art manager under Bill Davis. And
the problem I really had with Bill, and it's not his, Bill Davis, is it's not his fault, but he put people into management who did not belong into management. And there were people who had no ability to work with people in a position of power. People who had no power suddenly put into a position of power, and they weren't good at it.
And Bill Skirvin and Cheryl Sweeney both were artists who were decent artists, but they were promoted into management positions, and they didn't really belong there.
Yeah, and so they caused more problems than they were worth. So that's why we have Al Skirva in our...
He's out in a cage in the desert.
Yes.
The victim of Adavis.
Yes.
So anyway,
they aren't really vengeance things,
Oh, they are.
No, they aren't. They are their own characters. Really, we just use their names.
Yeah, we had a role that we needed, a villain for, and said, let's get the villain names from people we're having trouble with in Sierra Management.
Yeah, but they have nothing to do with the characters.
So Quest for Glory 2 was an interesting time to be there.
Yes. And because we could get away with it, that was the other thing. Yeah. I mean, for management, for all that, was oppressive and authoritarian, didn't actually pay attention to what was going on in a day-to-day.
Now, from my viewpoint, the problem with Quest for Glory 2 is that I was serving as lead programmer trying to deal with the artists that I couldn't directly deal with, very stressful, and working on some really hard things. Like I had decided that we were going to have combats against multiple monsters. We had the Jackalware, something like that, in the desert that would, you'd have 4 or 5 of them against you, and they would come in and attack one at a time, but, all the others would kind of animate in the background and so on. And I could not get that code to work. So I became thoroughly burned out about halfway through Quest for Glory 2. They brought a different programmer to be the lead programmer, and eventually I got better, but and that code never got fixed. The new programmer brought in to work on it also couldn't get it to work. So it was really just trying to bite off more than we could chew with the ridiculously low amounts of memory that we had available on SCI.
Yes, and unrealistic expectations on the parts of the designer.
So today we talk in terms of gigabytes. Back then we had, at any given point in the game, you had a single 64 kilobyte block of memory that contained all of the code and all of the data for a given room. Didn't have the images, they were separate, but all the code and data had to fit in this minuscule amount of memory. And when we tried to do really sophisticated things like the alleyways in Shapir and Raseir and the multiple monsters taking turns against you, that was a little bit beyond the technology we had.
So yes, it was interesting times.
So should we get to it?
Yeah, we should.
So over on my other screen, I have...
Also, this was one that Corey got more into actually doing design work for. So
that's true.
Yes.
So the 2 games in which I had the most design contribution were 2 and 4. And of course, Castle of Dr. Brain was mostly mine with some help of Glory. But in Quest for Glory, Quest for Glory 2 was the first time that I was really a co-designer. And that, of course, was the multiple hats problem that I later realized in Shannara. It is impossible to be the receptionist, bookkeeper, lead programmer, co-designer, and a couple other hats all at the same time.
Yeah.
So on Quest for Glory 2, I was the co-designer and lead programmer and a programmer, and trying to deal with the art team and everything else, and it was just too much for one man.
And that atmosphere that Sierra was.
Yes.
So all in all, we survived it, but it took its toll. Yes.
Same great people, but not able to show their greatness. So over on my other window, I have...
Welcome to 2025, where you have all but unlimited memory to work with. Yes. And
still not enough.
Right. And now you have to do it so they can actually see it, but they'll recognize that music.
But as soon as I do that,
I know.
I will go to desktop, and then I will have to come back to find the game, and then I'll have to do something like Control Enter or Alt Enter.
Just one day you'll remember this.
I never will. Actually, no, I remember now. If you do that on this screen, you can't do
Greeting,
it.
Coles. You're 2 fine souls. Thanks for sharing your stories. We love sharing our stories.
And you'll get some loud music now because I can't turn down music until this.
I'm curious how that.
Oh, look, flying carpet.
Yeah, can't get it. Oh. Yeah.
Who did that voice?
I think that was Garuka.
Was that Garuka Singh Khalsa? Yeah, did the
that would be
voice of the genie.
I know it's too loud.
It's fun animation though.
Yes.
So, Heroes Quest for Glory 1. Let's see if I can hit escape or
Can
something.
escape it, yeah.
I don't think I can. So we'll be here for the next half hour watching the credits.
Glad to see Cedric watching over us.
Alt Enter works, yeah.
Okay.
Game directors, Lorianne Cole, Corey Cole. That really means Lorianne Cole directed it, and I commiserated when we got home at night.
Art designer, Ken Nish.
The Nish.
And there's the...
And the spaceship, courtesy of, suddenly,
Jerry Moore.
Jerry Moore. Yes. have more parts. I lost the Jerry.
All right, now you can finally get to back where we're
I don't think so. You think so?
Yeah. Oh no, because we have to land
This is
first.
still
Okay, fine. Yes, Cedric is
the
watching over
peaceful,
us.
innocent. Ah, so there's a for rent sign there over what will become the Catastellian.
Yeah, yes.
Nice little nuances here. We come in our carpet. No, that costume just will not do. I'm still in their Shapir costume. With a little bit of magic. Right, hero Shapir style. Everyone wears magenta pants.
Yes. Magenta is obviously one of those colors.
I'll continue quest. Been pinned. And then I will finally turn the volume down.
Yes.
Sound volume, I think we decided 5 was okay.
Yeah. All right. So, yes.
So the significance of this back in the 16 color era, you had, of course, black and white as 2 of those. We had light and dark magenta, light and dark blue. Appears to be a brown. I don't remember that. There's a light and dark green.
Yeah, the brown is shaded by orange.
And the teal they called cyan, light and dark cyan.
Yeah.
And then we had a red and an orange, I guess. So not much to play with, but the artist did a really good job of doing them so that if you compress the screen down small enough that the colors meld together. And
most of these pixels are, the pixelated things are with gray or other colors to make the nuances of things.
Yeah, so like the floor here is a checkerboard of white and gray.
Dithering, yes, exactly.
Dithering, yes. And then the dividing lines are brown. And it pretty much works. And the smaller you squeeze it down, if you put this game on a cell phone or a Nintendo Switch, it'll look pretty good.
Oh, yeah. It's only on these large screens that the dithering becomes so obvious that it's not happy.
It says about the pin. The pin is a token of the Cata's trust in you, O hero.
Much like me trying to figure out what to do with in any adventure game, just other than dilly-dallying all over. Yeah, really. All right, so
1 sapphire pin. The Catas gave you the sapphire pin, and thanks for your service to their kind.
Yes.
And then when you got it, the hero made a little comment of, it reminds me of little pins I used to practice lockpicking on when I was first starting out. So that's foreshadowing. Or spoiler.
Yeah, well, no, not really spoiler, but it is.
I don't know what else we have to do at this point. We could go back to WIT, but they probably won't let us in.
What time is it? What time of day? It's morning, isn't it? We could go out and kill something.
Control D maybe. Day is dawning on day 15.
We could go outside and see
out
if we
into
could find
the desert.
Yes, we could.
You don't want to go back to WIT?
Why would we go back? We can't go back to WIT.
They probably won't let us there.
They won't let you go back. Yeah.
Okay. Well, could.
Dither is hither and thither.
Read my magic map. Yeah, the miniature version of the character on the map is absolutely horrid.
Oh, well, it's the best you get at this, era.
A lot of games, even today, are coming out where the combat scenes, they have mass combat, and you've got these little figurines fighting each other. Maybe I'm thinking back more to, I follow a couple of blogs, the Computer Role-Playing Game Addict and the Adventure Gamer blog, and they show combats with these tiny little figures that don't really look like much of anything. We will head out to the used Sora slot.
Yes, it's not that I am. We'll leave 2 days' time. Okay, fine.
So we have 2 days today and tomorrow to kill.
Yes, and try not to get killed. Yes, we'll go out there and kill something. Well, and notice that I'm happy to go out there and kill something if Corey's manning the keyboard. Yes.
Oh, okay. Did I mention I have to go away for a few minutes? So we'll leave you to play it.
No.
A caravan is many travelers journeying together.
A caravan to Raseir in 2 days, so it's the road to Raseir. Let's see.
And this is actually sophisticated programming, early 90s style, is the fact that the game can actually keep track of what day it is, and his responses are in a big switch statement kind of thing that, well, actually it probably does the calculation to figure out, oh yeah, it's 2 days away.
Okay. But yes, that's important. I was wondering how close. Now we've done everything, right?
First, we need to import
there's one more
AGD's
thing.
combat system, and then Corey can fight. Well, I played as a thief character using AGD's combat system, and I didn't get past the first monster.
Right, so not gonna work.
Let's ask about Raseir. Let's misspell it as Raseir.
Yeah, they.
And they accept that. It is
Yes.
said that the duty of the guides of Raseir is to make certain all people obey the many laws. So we knew that Raseir was an anagram of Sierra, but we never could remember whether it was I before E or E before I.
I'm terrible at that. Yes.
Even though the fact that Lori was a elementary school teacher and taught I before E, except after C, or when sounded like A, as in neighbor or way, and to which I added, and a few other weird words.
Yes. Probably the vocab
File makes Raseir
yes, it does.
and Raseir
Exactly.
synonyms,
That's
and that is
exactly
exactly
why,
the way
so
it's
that
done.
you can't remember which way is what.
So
Yeah, Shapir versus Raseir, and I inverted the one for the other, and yeah, okay, fine, I'm stupid.
yeah,
Don't do that. Yes, rules cannot contain the English language. Yes, exactly. And I'm not Mount Soros.
so yes,
It's the
synonyms
English language
are
is
very
unruly.
important.
Yes, it is. That is, why I hated parser games, is trying to get the right words and trying to figure out how to say
Yeah,
it.
there was a documentary on early adventure games called Get Lamp, and it's really important when you're making a game to make Get Lamp and Take Lamp do the same thing.
So here we are again, out in the desert.
In the blazing sun,
Well, it's morning, so it isn't that thing.
where only mad dogs and
But
Englishmen
don't
dare
leave
to
them
go.
out. You don't want any antonyms on them. Ah. Yeah, well.
If we're out here long enough, we'll start seeing mirages. There is, in fact, a Mirage fighter jet that flies over the desert at one point.
Yeah, and the Easter eggs are a little dated now. I'm pretty sure most of them,
But nobody makes mirages anymore?
that nobody knows the name of them.
Ah,
They're just jets. I'm pretty sure that.
the blazing desert sun beats
All
down
right,
fiercely in
now-
your head. We should have worn a hat.
We should have. Where's our hats? How do you know the jet is a mirage? I think if you click over it,
It says it is.
it is. If you're fast, yes. I'm thinking that one room in
Oh,
Island.
there's a sign. Big sign. Albuquerque, 152,700 cubits. Lori,
It's a cubit.
what's a cubit?
Yes. And that joke, what's a cubit, is really going back, Corey.
And
That's a Bill Cosby joke.
yes. Desert side litter removal cruise next 3 dunes.
Now that's interesting because
I don't remember this one.
yesterday when we were doing this, they all said the same thing.
Ah.
So yeah. Yes.
Anyway, so the Lord ordered Noah to build an ark, and it would be a certain number of cubits long and a certain number of cubits high. And in Bill Cosby's version, it's, Lord, what's a cubit?
Yeah. It's actually, Bill Cosby, before he became, what he is,
It was very funny.
was very, very funny. He had some
person.
great albums. Let's see. I'm thinking of that one room in Island of Dr. Brain with the antonym, synonym, and homonym, puzzles. That's interesting.
I think that was in Island of Dr. Brain, yeah.
Yeah, he said island.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and I think dead conquest king Arthur can appear. Yes, he's one of the other things that happened.
Let's go see how much water we have left after all this beating sun.
Our water bottle, mostly full. 3.
Mostly full?
We only have 3.
3 mostly full water skins. Yeah, we used up one of them on an elemental
Yeah.
or on a tree.
A qubit is what those quantum computers use. Yes, that sounds right. They're qubit.
Quite a bit.
What?
Oh, another sign. Maximum speed 1.5.
Okay.
Units are for fullness. Okay, did
Well,
you say we were coming out here to fight things?
I thought we were. Well, I guess
Ha!
we came out here
We
to
are
read
fighting
signs,
the hot blazing sun.
and we're going to read signs. Yes.
Oh, I made it all the way back to the side.
Oh, good for you.
Somewhere around here is either a
Can
tree
you
or a griffin.
bring up the compass?
No, in the desert.
Why not? What's the point? I thought that's what the compass was for.
It's amazing that anything can survive in the furnace-like desert. What is the compass? It is information. Compass heading H.
See? Yes.
Oh, okay.
You can.
So north is that way.
Yes, that's correct.
I think Shapir is north.
Yes, Shapir is north.
But we can't read the map. No. Controller does nothing. What about on here? Read map.
You can't read map. No, the map doesn't work. Oh, there we go.
Okay, cast. Zap.
We did. Our zap was up. Actually.
Was it?
Yes, that was obvious on the control the screen. All right, kill him.
Ha!
Yeah, just don't give him a chance.
Uh-oh. You have triumphed gloriously. Search body. A D&D trope that is maybe a little questionable in nonviolent adventure games.
Yeah, but that's. I mean, this was what we were
3
trying to do.
dinars and 45
We
centimes.
wanted that. I mean, that was the whole point.
I lost my Saurus.
You did.
And I
you'll
turned
just
around
have
enough
to
times that I don't know if I'm going east or north.
I believe you're probably going
East or
correct.
west.
Yeah, you'll either come to Julinar or you'll come to the city, so it's not a
Children
problem.
are still there after we've watered her
Yes.
and hugged her and called her George.
It is indeed a glorious battle. Indeed.
A quest for glorious battle?
Yeah.
Wow.
See?
Hey, there she is.
Told you. You know where you are.
Greet Chilinar. Leaves rustle lightly. Hug tree. You don't want to push your luck.
Now,
Kiss tree.
when we were making this, we did not know that we were going to make Quest for Glory 3. So we did not know that we were actually going to
Have an apothecary.
have an apothecary who would
was really into plants and things.
and would make Julinar actually, healed.
Hours Monday to Friday, 8 to 5. Ah,
There's the
the
hours.
compromise hours that
There they
nobody loved.
Does
Too late for the artists, too earlier for the programmers.
Julinar enjoy sappy poems?
I personally think that Salim is fun.
Yes, I
Many people, oh,
we
there he is.
found him. Aww.
Hug Saurus. You can't do that while riding a Saurus, you'd fall off.
Well, that didn't take long.
Yeah, but this time I observed that the Saurus went south.
I don't think that works, does it? Dan the Band said, so I borrowed this game as a young man and never had the map copy protection. The game is quite challenging without that.
I would
However,
imagine
it
so.
does provide for additional hours of gameplay. Yes, it does. Yeah.
Okay, Control I.
So much salt in
Zap
this game.
is not up,
People love it.
so we will have to cast Zap again. Your magic is now weaponly. It looked like she was unzipping his pants or something.
Oh.
Did you for the
I don't
sound
think
effects?
we can.
There's no
Yeah,
Saurus
no
here.
Saurus here. He didn't
If I
actually.
go
hang
back
around.
there, he'll show up again.
Maybe. See, how many people think the map was copy protection? Well, what do you know? He did. And the body's gone. The scavengers around here are vicious.
I take pride in being able to navigate Shapir without the map, but same sign that was here before.
All right. Yeah, the map really wasn't copy protection, but it certainly was, helpful.
What it was really designed to do is we wanted
Do
okay,
something.
let's-
Cast Dazzle.
Dazzle. You think will work? Huh?
Yes, I think it does. If you do it when he's not. Yeah, see,
Gee, that did a lot.
I know. Well, it doesn't harm him. It just keeps him so that you can do a first spell on him. Yeah.
Let me see. Well,
I love that Quest for Glory 2 that you had a mountain general. And noted that we never actually had other mounts in these things because they were so hard to pull off. We couldn't pull off a quadruped, but we could do a biped, and that's, part of the reason why we went with Saurus's. Besides,
hey, I'm not poisoned.
Yay!
So this one, search body, should have given you the parts, but it doesn't.
Uh-huh. So
Get claws. It
Get.
doesn't have any claws other than the obvious ones there.
Yes. Right.
Carefully avoided venom. Okay.
The map was definitely not on the blatancy level as, say, Dr. Cranium's formula in Shadows. That one was real. That was when we were
That was a copy protection that was insisted upon by management.
We fought it up until that time and figured, well, that's at least if we're going to have it, we make it interesting.
Yeah, and it fits with the theme of the game,
Correct.
So no problem.
So that's why we did it.
Good day, hero. I see you left your Saurus out of the desert. Maybe it'll come back, and maybe it will die horribly.
It doesn't have claws? Oh, droppings. Yes, it really. I mean, yes. And they
Sauruses are intelligent, brave creatures. Going to obey the slightest command from the monster. They'll come to your aid against monsters. Well, ours obviously is an exception.
Well, if you had made a Quest for Glory 6, would we have included mounts? The only mounts we would have had in 6 would probably be boats, because our 6, the 6, quote unquote, would have been an expansion pack for 5 with our same hero, and we were talking about pirates.
Hey,
and
look,
things
we're
like
rich.
that,
We can afford some Sun teams in Unity now.
Good. It's now a good time to mention that the speedrunners can beat floppy version 1.0 of Shadows of Darkness without interacting with the cranium formulas. Well, yeah. So, see? You don't need stinking copy protection.
What was that now?
That the speedrunners can beat the floppy version without interacting with the cranium for it.
Well.
Good for them.
They probably have to spend a lot of time changing discs.
But no, I don't think I would put mounts in the games, particularly because we wouldn't be doing the kind of travel that mounts are required. I mean, yes, in Quest for Glory 3, you navigated around that huge savannah, but you walked. But then again, that's appropriate for the huge savannah because, horses don't survive in the savannah, partially because of equine. I mean, I think it's a tsetse fly that gets the horses, and so sleeping sickness takes out your horses really fast. So horses don't survive there, so therefore there are no riding mounts.
But what we did want to do in the first game is different races, and one of them would be centaurs. So that was when we learned that quadrupeds are really hard to pull off in a 2.5D game. So this is all simulated 3D, and the fact that it's really 2D makes the 3D part not work well. And we wanted to have an elven archer. Yeah. Or was it the centaur that was the archer?
It was the centaur.
Centaur was the archer, and projectiles. They're hard to do in 2.5D.
Oh, yeah. They're hard to do in 3D. Yeah. I mean, projectiles, not easy. You have to have a real 3 space to pull that crap off.
I mentioned before, but I worked with Warren Schwader, who later went to iWin, and he did the Hoyle's Book of Games, but he was doing a prototype for the Sierra Network that was a tank combat game. And he talked about all the problems with latency of people that are going over modems at like 1200 baud, driving their tanks around and shooting at the other tanks. And basically, if you look like you're shooting at the other tank, the other player, with all that latency, thinks that he's, 500 yards away from where you're shooting by that point. So trying to make the game look reasonable and realistic was really difficult, and he was working on ways to get around that. Which is interesting because at the same time, he wasn't supposed to be working on any violent games. But
I know. Yes. Roadwork Gaming says, I don't think we were ever guilty of pirating a Sierra game, but we borrowed this one off a friend. It has a massive table with like 1,000 values that was a particular color, so photocopiers couldn't copy it. We spent hours putting it all in a spreadsheet. Okay. How fun. We did, we had a pirate version of Monkey Island so that we didn't have to use the copy protection to start the game because it required...
Yeah, it was just Secret Monkey Island, but it had, bypassed the
copy
initial
protection,
copy protection.
And that's what it was.
And we owned the game.
Right.
But we never played the game that we owned because it was just inconvenient. So that's what we told CR management is copy protection is just an inconvenience for the players, and having it won't stop the thieves.
Right.
So, what are you doing it for?
That's what we are. That was our argument, and it lasted through Quest for Glory 4. Oh, he was saying something new.
Well, I'll go out and come back in. He'll probably say the same thing.
Maybe.
Normally, he just says, "Oh, I didn't hear you come in."
Yeah, I know. Let's see if we can get triggered again.
I expect we can.
Lost. I don't know that it is. A lot of these things are...
Nah, we weren't that sophisticated back on 2. Hi. Oh, I did not notice you come in. Welcome back.
Yep, he didn't say it. So it did catch it. I hear you're going to Raseir. Caravan to Raseir is what I caught before.
Ask about Caravan.
Yes, he does recognize. And well.
My knowledge of such things is scarce. Ask about Raseir.
Let's see if he knows. Yes.
When the old Emir was overthrown, the apothecary of Raseir was taken over by the new Emir. If you plan to go to Raseir, it might be wise to take some extra pills, just in case such things are no longer available.
Okay, there you go.
Which is all about the USSR and not being able to buy bread in stores, because they would, have to stand in line for it, and they'd be out of it by the time you got to the front of the line. Quick, open the player menu and go through the full game's chat log. Yeah. So, scorpion tail. Oh, wonderful. I was almost out of poison cure pills. Now I can make up some more. Here's your reward of 50 dinars.
60 dinars. That's a lot.
That's a lot. Let's see if I have another one. Nope, I don't have any more.
Let's buy some pills. Let's take his advice.
Yes, I have 5 vigor pills, 1 mana pill, 1 healing pill. We definitely want to get more of both of those.
Yes, indeed. Not that we'll be doing a lot of combat.
Ask about healing pill. Doesn't say how much they cost. Ask about prices. Oh, there we go. Healing pills are 10 dinars. That was a lot of money early in the game, but it's not much now.
Right.
Did we have any poison cure?
Yeah, you said you did. There's no apothecary in Raseir. That's a tough pill to swallow. You made him laugh. Bad news.
All right. Come on, pills. We don't have any poison cure.
Oh, we don't. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, fine.
Oh, except for those 3.
Yeah, those 3.
It's probably enough for those.
Yeah,
okay, we need healing. We need mana. We're
especially since I thought poison cure pills don't actually cure poison.
It's supposed to slow poison or something.
Oh, yeah,
sort of like in D&D,
it was dumb.
The second level slow poison spell is actually in many ways more powerful than the 4th level cure poison spell. You die because of pill, I will gladly refund your money. Oh, I have 10 of them apparently, and I bought quite a few.
You did, obviously. Maybe need mana pill. See how many you buy.
Yep.
All right. How much does one thing?
I gave you 3.
Okay, interesting.
So you get 3 at a time for your
Okay.
Do I need more than 4?
No, I don't think so. Because
What else am I going to use money for?
well, yeah, but the question is, will you be doing much combat in Raseir that you can actually heal from? And
How about the fact that I'm carrying 80 pounds, so I can only carry 88 pounds?
Yeah.
Well, it could be money or it could be pills.
I don't.
Pills should be light.
Yeah, pills.
Daggers are probably magic lamp.
Yeah, you got a lot of crap you're carrying. And I think it's keep on.
Okay.
Maybe.
You can get one more set of my pills.
Okay. All right. Yes.
And we're still alive, which probably means I should be saving at some point.
Yes. What time of day is it?
Any time of day is midday.
Okay. My main critique of Quest for Glory 5 is it's a missed opportunity to include Baba Yaga in it. So she is another marriage option. You know, Baba Yaga and the hero were meant to be. There's clearly a lot of chemistry between them. I see. Yes. Well, poor Baba baby will never know the passion of the hero.
True love.
And true love. That's a shame. Fact is, she's yes, the way to Baba Yaga's heart is through her stomach. Oh, he doesn't do it either. Oh, no. Oh well. It's an ingredient for something. Isn't this fun? I love the frustration of adventure games.
Yes.
A river dirty Gertie.
Yeah, as kids, we had all these things like, good night, don't let the bed bugs bite, and see you later, alligator, in a while, crocodile, and stuff like that. That was all considered just the cat's pajamas in the 50s and 60s.
Why are we back here?
Because I'm going to ask about the spill potion. Look back, if you see anything interests you, let me know. That thing. Potion to break disenchantments. Break enchantments. I know of one in which the victim drinks the potion and the spell ends. It is a pity that I do not have any of the potion made up. And most of the ingredients, though, if you could find ingredients I'm missing, then I could make some dispel potions for you.
Yeah.
I'll need the feather of a griffin. Got one. And, ooh, that may be a problem. I need the fruit of compassion.
Got one.
Have I?
Yep.
1 compassion fruit. Give feather to, what's his name?
Apothecary. Hakir.
Hakir?
Not chemistry. Gastronomy.
That's not his name. Hakim?
Hakim. All right.
Ask about name. Harik.
Harik. Oh well. So much for that.
Give feather to Harik.
It'll probably not.
I still need the fruit of compassion. You need to add the victim's hair at the last moment. Give compassion fruit to Harik. This will only take me a second.
I was playing Quest for Glory 5
Took 3 seconds.
the other day and taking the science test on Science Island. And I love that one of the answers for the question, what is a star, is Mel Gibson laughing my ass off. Yeah, well, oh well.
We just missed the critical dialogue, though.
Oh well.
It says, I do for you what I would not do for another. I'm giving you 3 of these potions.
You need to remember.
You need to add a freshly collected sample of the victim's hair before the victim drinks it, then get them to drink it. It will dispel the spell. Take 3 potion bottles and put them away.
Valiant says he likes this game. Yay.
Now, please excuse me. Could you repeat that, please?
I do this terribly hard task that takes just a moment. Yeah. It doesn't take long to make. It just takes ingredients that you just can't get.
Yep, because nobody gets the fruit of compassion.
Yeah. That one
unless you can bamboozle. I'm now up to 83 pounds weight carried.
Okay, but we do have full water skins. That's good.
Yeah, maybe we need to throw those away.
Maybe we don't need an
Water
empty
skin.
pot.
I have a Saurus. That's probably
Oh, that weighs a ton. Yes.
I don't think you can drop stuff.
Okay, I don't either. You can put them in. You've got that chest in your bedroom that you can put things in.
I can try that.
Yeah, let's try that. Yes.
And then, of course, you won't have it in Raseir.
Yeah, but I don't think you need an empty pot in Raseir, do you? No.
I don't know. I've never been to
Yes,
Raseir.
I know. I can't hang this morning, but I wanted to drop by and wish everybody a lovely stream and an even better weekend. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Valiant Cheese.
Good luck with those elementals.
Good luck
We're
with
past
your
the elemental
ants
parts.
and bees. Yeah, we've
We're
got all the
almost
elementals.
going to Raseir.
Yeah, we'll be going to Raseir soon. And there are undoubtedly no problems at all in Raseir.
Yeah. Yeah, good luck with Raseir then.
It's been made great again.
Uh-huh.
Does he want more?
Yeah, we certainly have given him plenty.
Yeah, I'll generously give him another centime.
Yes.
If I had an honor score on this game, I don't. Oh yeah, we do. We have an honor score, 105.
Well.
We've probably got some honor by giving him all that stuff.
I hear the desert crossing is dangerous. Yeah, we're gonna find that out. Just how dangerous it is.
What was I doing? Oh, going to a bedroom.
Going to a bedroom.
Welcome, hero. I'm showing.
Yeah, dangerous for the brigands.
Okay, how do we get to my chest?
I don't know. Maybe you
Says
don't.
rest for an hour.
Okay.
Make it much refreshed.
No, we don't have it. I thought it was. That's the
That's
other
some
game.
other game.
Oh well, sorry about that. But it did rest us up. We can go out and kill things.
Mid-afternoon. And my character sheet says I have most of my health, all of my stamina, and 3/4 of my magic. Approximately. Well, we'll stop having money if I keep giving it to that.
Well, on the other hand, it's a way of getting rid of it, so it
the weight,
it down, yeah.
All right, that's a good idea. Let's. I got this figured out. Okay, so we have 246 centimes.
You're going to give him a centime?
I'm going to give him about 200 centimes.
I see.
3, 4, 5. You can keep talking.
Yes. Yes. Are you going to give 10? Just give 10, and then we can see then.
I lost count though.
Oh well. Well, you won't know how much a centime costs. I mean, weighs then, will you?
All right, we went from 83 pounds weight carried to 83 pounds weight carried. I think we probably need to get rid of 100 centimes.
Maybe.
And just think about all this honor we're building up.
Yeah.
I don't think I can give them away 10 at a time.
I know. One penny. You're pitching a penny at him, you know. Clearly.
I used to do that as a kid. We would pitch pennies against the curb. And you tried to get as close to the curb as possible. And two groups I played with. One group is if you actually hit the curb and bounce off it, you lose. And the other one is if you don't hit the curb, it doesn't count.
Yeah, I thought it had to hit the curb.
I think I think it's supposed to have to hit the curb and bounce.
because otherwise there's no challenge to it. You just throw it up and hope.
Yeah, well, it's hard though.
Roadwork Gaming says we need to farm more money. I hear Raseir is a well-functioning city with lots of shopping opportunities. Yes, well, why else would you go to this distant land except to go shopping and take pictures? You know.
Yes, but Raseir has been in trouble ever since they were invaded by Shapir.
Okay.
It's all Shapir's fault.
2 days. Granting that there are no elementals in the city.
Well, what if there are?
I don't think there are.
Ask about
So the beggar functions as a late game money sink. Well, it can. But clearly it doesn't help much.
We went down to 82 pounds.
Yay!
So, and I gave away about 50 centimes, so that saved us a pound. But yeah, we're really running up. We need to do exercising is the problem.
Yeah.
Where can we exercise? Why, we could kill monsters.
Well, that's about it.
We could be practicing. No, that's what we should do.
Well, go out and kill
dismount.
monsters and
No,
do
let's
that
go.
at a different time.
No, let's go practice with Uhura.
Oh, Uhura? Oh, okay, fine. I was going to say maybe you can find the tightrope artist.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually, there's a question. We know how well the Spielberg beggar makes out thanks to Dragonfire. How well does this beggar makes out? I think he's subsidized by the
Sultan.
by the Sultans, so therefore he's doing right well. It's his job, you know. He has to clock in every so once in a while.
He's the tax collector.
Yeah, really. Could get beaten up at the guild a bit.
So where did you say the tightrope is? It's not here.
It's too late. It's a certain time of day, and the fact that
Is it here or somewhere else?
No, it's in front of the. It's the other side from the other side of the guild hall.
Oh, okay, which I went to.
Yes, so it isn't there. New ship. The beggars eventually get married. Okay.
Oh, they probably do actually. Yeah.
But who? To whom? I mean, they don't know each other.
Yeah.
How many months or years go by between 1 and 5?
Nope.
I figure we're talking 5 years for the whole thing, and you know it isn't realistic, but you know.
Swing high, sweet charity. There it is, chariot.
Yes, chariot.
I'm supposed to do sweet charity. Aha! I landed a hit. And this battle is lasting far longer than my...
will blow.
Don't watch my weapon, watch my eyes. Let them show you where I will hit and when. Her eyes look closed to me.
They're just round. I mean, they aren't closed. They're big.
Yeah, but there's
black
no
spots.
pupils.
Well, yeah, that's because you can't see them in this light.
Don't watch the weapon.
Besides, they're dark.
Okay, so that was quite a workout.
Uh-huh.
And we gained weapon use. We gained dodge.
Yes, I saw you
We gained
dodging.
strength. We gained agility.
Oh, we have no stamina right now.
Strength will help us carry more stuff, though.
Did it increase our weight capacity?
Our weight capacity went from 88 to
89! Yay! We can still carry things. Use stamina pill. Yay!
How much stamina to give me? All of it.
Yeah, they're good. They're the best things.
Whee! Hey, look, she's just there waiting for me. Oop, oop, oop.
That didn't do much good. You addicts are all the same. Not really.
The practice addict.
No, the pill addicts. We just took those pills.
I got it blowing past her shield.
Good for you.
So apparently I'm getting these repeats. I think holding down the buttons is causing them to repeat.
Huh.
Ha! Brigands don't defend well. Keep up your attacks.
So we have discovered, yes. See this exciting thing.
If I be griffin, swing high. If I be ghoul, swing low. Use best attack for monster. Oh, I let her get an attack in.
Alas.
And we now have weapon use. Our strength did not go up, but our intelligence, agility, vitality, and luck all went up. So that just shows there's some interesting nuances to the combat. It's all done on a feedback system. So your critical thing is your weapon use and your dodge. But as you use your weapon, you need, or as you dodge, and particularly intelligence tends to go up. Your vitality goes up as you get hit. Your luck gets up anytime that you get a lucky hit in or lucky defense.
Yeah, we have no parry because we're not a warrior. If we had been
Right.
a warrior character, we would have had parry, and the parry would have been more impressive.
I called it a stamina pill, and that works too.
Ah, okay, good.
Okay, so we have full vigor, and we still have
3 vigor.
3
pills.
vigor pills. If we're using this fast, then we'll need more.
Yep,
And time has probably passed.
probably.
Sunset approaches. Oh, actually, let's go back in and read the job board.
Well, we didn't find anything on the job board last time we read it.
Read board. Reward. When it restores the Mir Arus Aldin to his rightful place, will be a big reward. See Karik Atar. 5 rewards, and we have done that. We've sold him things.
I really think the RPG layer
It's
on
the
these
world.
games was brilliant. And a lot of what made this my favorite of the Sierra games. Yes, clearly we came from the...
Why, thank you!
yes, we came from the RPG school. This is what we,
But in particular, we started out and mostly played Dungeons and Dragons, but we also played some variant games. So we did games with Nick U. Turner. U doesn't stand for anything. It gives him the initials NUT. Used the Rollmaster system for his games. And so that gave us the idea of percentile stats and big complicated charts and tables for figuring out when you hit and such. We said, well, we don't want that for players at the table, but we're fine in a computer game.
Right.
Computer's good with tables.
Yep.
And then we didn't use any of them.
So yes, we want,
I
yes.
didn't use any tables.
No. It's all a matter of, we thought the computer would do things better than real life would work when it comes to figuring out whether or not you...
It has gotten darker.
It has. It's sunset hath approached.
You can break into the weapon shop.
Well, we've been there, done that. There's nothing there now. We've got the best time. Can't listen to the door.
Oil hinges. Of course, the hinges are on the other side, and we can't do that.
Right. Yeah, we don't have that.
Use oil. Pick lock. Let's practice some more to improve your lock picking skill.
Well, not here. You get
Well, I
caught.
might get caught. Yep. It's the right time.
Yeah. Ah, here comes the guard. Run
Uh,
away, run away!
teleport! Ha ha ha, guard.
I think that...
You can't keep up with my teleport. Oh, I thought I saw something there in the shadows trying to break into the weapon master's shop, but there's nobody there. Lock picking even go up now. 64, pretty bad.
You're lousy lockpicks. Yes.
Tip musician. Give centime. You kidding? Centime for my music? It's worth a dinar at least. Do. Set. We've managed to while away another day.
You want to go out and go find a monster to fight in the night?
In the middle of the night?
Yeah.
You could do that. They're dangerous at night, though.
They are.
Lemon chicken. Garlic and lamb stewed with herbs.
We're going to have curry chicken.
Thank you. Eat supper.
Yay. Yep. The hot mint tea in particular.
Yes.
Fortunately.
So there was a place in San Jose.
Yeah, we've talked about it before.
It was a Persian restaurant that the waiters made the whole show of taking their large container of hot mint tea and lifting it up above their heads and pouring it down so it just landed directly in the cup, and it looked very difficult and impressive. And the tea was delicious.
Yeah, with the right tea thing, it's not that tough to do. I frequently lift my tea, so that it comes down and aerates, and it does affect the flavor. My oven is heating even now. Well, I've got a bit before I could make supper, but that's okay.
We have some recipes in from Blue Apron. And actually, if anyone would like Blue Apron kit. I think I
Yeah,
have some free ones.
if any of you want to do Blue Apron, which is the one that
Let us know and I'll get you a free box.
Yeah, we can advertise it. It gives you recipe book, recipe card, and all the ingredients for different
Why don't
things.
you grab one of the recipes?
No,
We'll show you what they do because it's actually pretty interesting. There are several companies like this. There's Home something, but Blue Apron is one we were first introduced to.
You have to actually do the work. Your part is to put it together, but they're simplified recipes, and
I'm just going to show you this small version.
okay, we aren't going to go.
All right,
full
here's
screen.
a crispy.
Yeah, thank you, Stasi. Yes.
Crispy chicken schnitzel.
Yeah.
And they give you the list of ingredients along
They
the
give
side
you
here.
a choice of about 20 recipes a month.
Yeah.
I mean, a week, and you can choose which
Every
ones
week
you
you
do.
can get delivered the things you want. You can order any number of them.
We usually do this.
We get
once
it
a
for
month
2
or
people, and we
something.
do it about once every month or 2.
Yeah.
So this one looked interesting, but it's got about 16 ingredients. It's
Yeah, that was one of the more complicated, as opposed to the show off the curried chicken.
Yeah, this one only has like
that's
eight
a
ingredients.
16-minute recipe.
A 15-minute meal.
Yes, so
The
therefore.
Kraft crispy chicken schnitzel with tahini sauce and fattoush salad is a 45 to 55-minute recipe.
And
So
then
that's one of the more
the
complicated
seared
ones.
steaks.
It's in between. It's 30 to 40.
Garlic, herb, mashed potatoes. We choose them, partially by what we feel like eating, and partially what would be interesting to make. So I've learned.
And that we either can't get the ingredients here or that we think they'll do better. So
yes, get better.
we know, for instance, their steak is super high quality.
Yeah.
So even though we're not, huge beef eaters, getting a really good steak once in a while is nice.
And their shrimp is very good. So generally, we pick ones that either the recipe is intriguing, or that we haven't eaten in a while. And we do this, once every month and a half. It isn't that cheap, but for us, it lasts.
It's about $60 or $70 for caravan traveling to Raseir will depart the morning after this day.
Yeah, this is tomorrow's an important day.
So maybe we shouldn't
But
stay
we
up too late.
Too late, yeah, but it's still young. I mean,
Yeah.
we're too young to go to bed.
So anyway, that's for 3 different meals for 2 people, and usually we have leftovers from them.
So we usually get
we get about 5 meals out of it.
Yes.
And $12 to $14 a meal is actually pretty good if you look at
nowadays
getting ingredients at the grocery
used
store.
to be that would be hugely expensive, but the world has changed. Ooh.
Now, the game is designed so the desert has more dangerous, higher class of monsters at night. I'm going to dismount.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Zap,
Good for you.
and now I will remount.
Very good.
And let's go looking for trouble.
Yes, don't run into cactus.
There was a story about a young boy whose brother's name was Trouble, and once I'm getting tired.
Why are you getting tired? Did you not take your stamina pills?
No, because it's nighttime.
Uh-oh.
I'm just going to start right out with the flame darts.
Okay.
But I need to target those, so I have to put a hand on the mouse.
Yeah.
Bam! I get his tail. Did I take his tail off? I did him a tiny bit of damage.
Yeah.
We're not at full magic points.
You're not at full healing points either. Better. He's signaling with his tail, so gotta watch.
What do I do when he signals with the tail? Die?
You need to kill him first.
Kill him before he
Before he poisons you.
get tail.
Okay, very good.
All right.
Let's look at our character sheet.
Control S. We are not poisoned. We haven't been poisoned by any of these. It's weird.
Oh, yeah. If you do
Magic is
the
low,
poison,
stamina's
we
good.
died to it one time when we were playing this. It's
Health
because
points down a little. Magic points down quite a bit.
it does signal when it's going to use its tail. And
My
that's
agility
when
went up.
Uh-huh.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Now, agility goes up when you dodge. Probably doesn't go up when you attack.
Right, but you better take a pill or something, now, shouldn't you?
I'm going to go walk to the next screen and back and see if my Saurus will show up.
One thing I've always found interesting musically with Sierra games was how often these simple trills do a great job of adding tension, yes.
And suddenly, did you notice there that the Saurus's face gave a sheepish expression? It's embarrassed at having run away.
Yeah. It's a good Saurus. It may not be a great Saurus. You know.
Can't do that while riding on a Saurus.
Yes. Shame. Oh, that's even more interesting.
I didn't have a chance to. Okay, can I eat a magic pill while in combat? No time for that. Cast. Dazzle?
Try it, but I don't know if it works in combat. Did we figure that out? No, and especially not against this thing.
Cast Flame Dart.
I think we need to run away.
Run away.
Yeah. Yeah. This is not something to do on an empty stomach. Yes, keep going that direction. And not crash the game. Oh, that's sorry.
Run over that dune without a Saurus.
Yeah.
Eat health pill. That feels good. Careful sip for your water skin. Eat magic pill.
Eat pills, sucker.
Good thing we stocked up with extra
right,
ones.
Now you might want to. You could fight it, but you
I
need to
don't
do
think so.
dazzle before. Yeah, I mean,
They're pretty good stats.
if only real life was that easy, minus the rampaging beasts chasing after you.
Well, it's bedtime. That's what we decided.
I guess so. The problem is, of course, our stats aren't going to get much better after this, so...
Should have been practicing more with Uhura.
Yeah, well...
May thee walk safely this evening.
Well, we didn't do safely, but we did survive it, which is
more than I've done in some previous playthroughs.
Lose a leg, wake up, leg is back, simples. Yeah, well...
Okay, so the good news is we've got an extra scorpion tail for money. The bad news is... we might be going off with the caravan in the morning and not have time to sell it.
Yeah.
And the other bad news is that'll eat up.
You're going to get through this day, this next day. You've eaten already.
Yeah, I'm just trying to test my... I'm at 81 pounds carried of 89. That's fine. Do we have another day?
Yeah.
Sleep until dawn.
We have to get through the next day. We wake much refreshed. Well, yes, but first we have to get rid of that menu.
Welcome, hero. Ask about caravan. Abdullah's the one to ask about that. I see no Abdullah here.
No.
That used to be one of the generic messages you'd get from the game as ice, take 10.
Take 10.
Take 5, and says, I see no 5 here. There's your morning meal of warm bread and honeyed butter, fresh fruit, and tea. That sounds good. How come I never get that for breakfast? We have some fruit. I had blueberries on my cereal this morning. Let's say, if real life was that easy, minus the rampaging beast. And often these simple trills do a great job of adding tension. Yeah, that's always the question, is whether to loop music so it plays continuously or just give you a little musical sting, they call it. And it turns out that a few musical stings here and there are probably more effective way of communicating emotion than constantly having music playing. Hope we don't get the total global collapse scenario. Let's hope we don't make it to Raseir by day 30, right? Ooh, what day is it? It is day 16. Get up. Get up, stand up for your rights. Ooh, the poet Omar will thrill all who hear with his words of song after the setting of the sun in our own inn.
Ah, very good. It's an exciting day, as I said.
It is. It has been said, Lisha says.
You have been going on a journey to Raseir. The Kata all hope for your safety and wish for your success, friend of the Kata.
She knows we're a friend of the Kata because she sees the pin we're wearing.
I think because...
Is that Lisha over here?
I don't know which would... Yes, I'm hoping that we don't get total global collapse scenario, certainly, but we probably won't get rampaging
That's about name.
sources.
My name is Lisha, which means...
Quiet one in the language of the Kata.
And yet she shouted all the way across that plaza, and we heard her.
Yep. That's only if we don't make it to Raseir by day 30, right?
Yeah. Total global collapse, yes.
Yes.
Well, it's also if we don't make it through 4 years of current administration.
No. I used to hook up a cable from my sound card output to my cassette recorder so I could listen to game music. Oh, that's interesting. I got here pretty late, but when did we find the formula skip? Oh. Welcome. Okay.
No words for thanks.
Oh, well.
Hi. I've heard a rumor that you're taking a caravan to Raseir. It would be best if you purchased some extra pills to take with you. There, now we got it.
Yeah.
Sell tale.
Speedrunners are really crafty.
I am in awe of your bravery that you've defeated so many of these fearful monsters. But I am presently overstocked with scorpion venom. I can purchase no more.
What do you know?
So there was a bug in the original version of the game that when you got the whirl of the dervish, which turned out to be his part of his beard that was wrapped around the tree, that you could sell it to keep on laughing, and there was no limitation on that. So people would, and also there was no limitation on getting it. So people would get the beard over and over and sell it to keep on laughing over and over and completely break the economic system.
And yeah, after all, right now we're overweight with money, so.
Yep.
Fortunately, we lose money, you know.
Drop tail. Can I do that? You dropped the scorpion tail.
See there.
Okay. Drop pot. Hope we don't need it later.
Yeah.
All right, we're all the way down to 78 pounds, and our weight is now in blue instead of red, which means it's no longer critical.
Okay, good.
So therefore,
You could drop powders.
I got lots of healing potions. Drop powders. Oh, okay. In front of the apothecary. What about the basket? I don't think we need a basket.
Probably.
And I think it was expensive, though.
It was.
Container of oil. 1 Saurus. You could drop the Saurus, but... magic rope. Probably heavy. Okay, 3 dispel potions, 3 vigor pills, 6 mana pills, 9 healing pills.
The dervish bug is probably the bug I've used most in any game in my life. Aha, yes. It's not bad.
Drop powder.
Okay.
All right, now we're down to 78 pounds. I think it's about what we had.
Right. They're not really.
We only dropped 1 of the 3 powders.
I don't think that's a problem.
Maybe we'll need them. Okay, we had lots of healing pills. How many magic pills do we have?
Should have called the Saurus George. Maybe less of a reference back then.
I don't see any magic pills. Mana pills, 6.
Uh-huh.
Okay, vigor pills, 3.
You could get another set of those.
Okay, buy vigor pills.
Yeah, we did it. Here, the George was not an issue here.
There's a special money back guarantee.
Yeah. Okay.
That went up to 80 pounds and we're in the red again.
What do you know? Those pills are heavy. They must be horse pills, yeah.
Did no good.
Right.
And now we're going to find out we need them in the second half of the game.
Oh, well.
How about our water skins? Are they full? Mostly full. Do you want to fill them all the way? Fill water skin.
All right.
Now we're up to 81 pounds. So water does have weight.
It does, yes.
More skin with water elemental.
We may have to suggest outside intervention for our heroes seeming pillaged.
We've actually eaten very few, and not nearly enough, really.
No.
If we'd eaten more
we did
pills.
have more money, initially.
Yeah, we couldn't afford it
was
originally.
awfully
Our honor
expensive.
went up, probably from giving money to the beggar.
Right. We are nowhere near next level on anything.
So we should visit the plaza. There is no tight. Well, there might be a tightrope across. It looks like a trip rope across the middle.
It does, but it doesn't.
I dripped. So I walked through the line.
There he is.
He's on this side.
Oh, all right. He's on this one.
Will you pit your courage and skill against mine? Yes.
Yay!
But give me a dinar and you will gain 5 if you walk the rope, but they're heavy.
I abuse it terribly when you're playing.
You are most brave. Now let's see if you are skilled as well. There is an interface to this.
First you have to get him off.
Oh, you have but to climb the rope. I can do that. Climb rope. Ha ha! I win. Left arrow, try to step forward. Right arrow, hold your position. Up arrow, correct by leading right. Down arrow, correct by leading left. But of course, it's all at right angles to the screens. That makes it harder.
Right. We're on the stupid platform and we're already shaky.
Uh-oh.
Ah.
I should have hit the... Oh, wait a second. All right. Let's give a dinar again. Try this again.
Yeah, you had nothing better to give with your money. Give him a dinar.
Well, it's better to give it to the beggar, but... All right. You have but to climb the rope. Look, everybody's watching.
Yeah.
You be a fool.
Yeah.
I might have had the interface
Difficulty
wrong.
to minimum, stand
Okay,
back.
let's see now again. Left arrow for... Oh, that's what I was doing.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to say I do it with the stamina ones, but what the other non-combat training here is there besides the stepper at 4, where there are no stamina pills, and the treadmill in 5, where fruit works almost as well and is way cheaper. Ah.
Okay, we gained... we lost some health points. We gained no agility, no climbing skill. I think we suck at this. Let's go practice with Laura. Of course, the way to get better at something.
Yep, practice.
So, hero, not being content with having merely saved the city, I see you are about to attempt to save the land of Shapir as well.
You could go lower with his voice.
When first we met, I could feel there was dark within you. Now I can see that the light is stronger, if you will only let it be so. That's because we're a thief. That
Yes,
dark
right.
within us.
He knows that.
It is a narrow path between darkness and light, and you will always walk that tightrope in your soul and most likely fall off.
Yes, because we're good at that.
The journey you are about to make is very dark and dangerous place. The foe you will face is very powerful in the ways of magic. Be wary and alert, for you will be surrounded by enemies. Yet trust your instincts, my friend. You have been and always shall be my friend. For you may still make allies by your actions. Yeah. All of us in this city will be hoping for your safety, for all know the seriousness of your mission. May fortune smile upon you, serious person jester.
Keep your weapon handy, hero, and don't let your enemies get you. You and I maybe practice some more when you get back.
She's the interpreter of Liontars.
Yes, true. Let's see. Yeah.
Baby.
Oh, that fruit. Thankfully, heroes don't have digestive issues. True. By the way, is it just me, or does everyone seem to gravitate toward thief? I didn't play thief. I did play magic user.
Dr. Baby, don't bother. He only tries to show off. Ask about Raseir. The rumors from Raseir is that laws have become more important than men, and that it's become a crime to think. Few go to that city now, and even fewer return. Ask about laws. I fear that I can add nothing further to your knowledge. Well, how am I supposed to obey the laws if I don't know what they are?
We'll just have to
Ask
find out.
about Emir. Emir Arus of Raseir was well loved, but not wise. The current Emir Hassan of Raseir is neither loved nor wise.
Who voiced Rakesh in 5?
Ask about
I
love.
don't remember actually.
So ask about Aurora. She is my friend. She is a good fighter and teacher. You would do well to practice with her. She can teach
James
you
Earl
much.
Jones, I wish. That would have been the right voice, but no. We didn't have him.
Ask about Hassan.
No.
Ask about Emir. Something magic happened to the Emir of Raseir. No one knows for sure what, but the one who did it. Raseir.
Magic Thief is probably the strongest class after Paladin. Definitely go for it, yeah.
Very bad things happen there.
There,
in
maybe
Raseir.
they start to happen here. I am hoping not. I be strong fighter, but such things come of bad magic. Hard to fight magic with a spear.
Cuckoo, my femt.
That was, yes, there's random. I learned to use that weapon when I was only a little bigger than Simba.
It's a spear. Well, ask about dagger.
I be not knowing.
Ask about sword.
Rakesh has won his sword in a mighty battle. He calls it Soul Forge.
His name is Sword.
I have never played as a paladin. Paladins are interesting. Yes, paladin is OP, but then you have to get.
Oh, we're fighting Rakesh.
Ah! Whoa! 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 Okay. Cool. When fighting against a sword, do not let the swing catch you off guard. You could be disarmed that way. However, it looked like you caught him, so that was good.
Yeah, but he got me once too, I think.
Well, yeah. Moral nerd anyway. More of a nerd than a wizard. Yeah, wizards tend to be nerds too. Paladin was my favorite story-wise, especially in 4. Yeah, well.
You are good, very good. Soon you will be a master with your sword, dagger. However, the real battle is not always won by a swing or a thrust. To fight with honor is not always easy. Sometimes the way of honor will seem foolish to those that have none. Nevertheless, without honor, there is no victory. With honor, there is no real defeat.
There you go, words of wisdom.
So, that would be very important if I were playing a warrior character.
Or a paladin. A paladin to be.
And I used up all my stamina.
You did.
But I got a whole lot of weapon use.
sure
and a little bit
did.
of dodge, some strength, some agility, vitality.
That was useful. I kind of wish we played warriors so
extra
could
strength.
do the thing at the end. I know we should have, really.
Need figure pill. Should we do it all over again? Are people bored with this yet? We do need to build up our skills for the other city.
I don't think you do.
I think I do.
Okay, fine.
How are we going to defeat Kaveen in single combat?
By not doing it?
Nope.
The thing? That seems vague. Yes. Yeah, well, the paladin reward ceremony is pretty
Nope,
good.
you got me. He kicked me. Is that honorable, Rakesh?
He hit you with the sword. He just hit low on your leg.
Alright, I didn't do as well this time.
No, it didn't last nearly long enough.
I got no skill improvements,
Oh.
but I did lose some health.
You did. And probably stamina.
Bye. Oh, I should have said bye. But
Oh,
it would just give me a generic bye-bye.
good ways.
I have no stamina, so I can't do this
Well,
game.
you'll have to take a pill.
Nope. Something about the day is bright and something. How much water I got left? Mostly full. Oh, I've got my weight down to 78 by using up some water.
Yeah, really, that's heavy.
Accept challenge. Challenge. Yes. Pretending
Polly's
to
very good in 4. It's debatable what was the best one throughout the whole series, though. Well, it's all a matter of taste.
I gotta watch him show off. That's what you do. You just run across it.
Right, no problem.
My problem is I was too tentative.
Uh-huh.
So simple, even you can do it with a skill, agility of, climbing skill of 300 or higher. Climb rope.
Yeah, well, it should be giving you at
Merely
least...
climbing the rope should
Yeah.
give you some practice.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wrong way.
Oh, well. We didn't get very far.
I'm supposed to probably figure out from the way I'm leaning
Yes.
which way to hit, but I
Right.
haven't.
Usually when the leg comes up, you want to pause, I think.
I want to pause as opposed to
Yes. You want to pause.
climb rope. Now unless you pay me a dinar.
Paladin is definitely
Wager.
my favorite in 4, although I think the thief has a really good
Yeah,
payoff in the
dinar.
end. Oh, good. I'm glad he's got some. And, in 5, the rogue is a class of his own. He's got,
Things to do.
really good things to do in 5, so.
Hold position.
This guy needs to go.
Okay, so I needed to just hold position.
This
Oh,
guy
well.
needs to go full carny and
You're
have a
getting too good for
remote
me.
activated magic wand device above the door for when you get close to the end. I enjoyed the magic user ending best in Wages of War. Cinematic, wizard battle. Oh, good. Interesting.
Controller did not work. I'm going to go rest for an hour and get some of that health back.
Wow.
Rest for an hour. We could rest till evening and...
But there's stuff that I thought has to happen still.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the whole part of the Saurus story.
Need healing pill. Fine.
I love the wizard duels. Good. I'm glad I kept it.
I got me up to full.
Okay.
Save. Desert wealth. Even though we couldn't sell another tail, Hood armor will be here after the setting of the sun. We should find out what time it is. Midday. Lots of time to run out into the desert to get lost. Caravan will leave with the dawn of tomorrow's sun. That's what he said last time.
No, he said 2 days. It's nice to feel somewhat respected after those rude cow people dissing my innate abilities. Ah, well.
Cow people?
I don't know, Sibani.
Ah.
I did not believe in magic.
Do you believe in magic? I thought magic only worked in fairy tales.
Wasn't expecting that today.
Good enough for some, but not for me. I believed in science, that which can be proved. Spells defy all probability. Then I met a witch. I didn't believe her. So she cast her spell. Now I'm a retriever. I'm a dog. Earth! Don't witches offend. You'll be their best friend in the end. Woof. Oh, I forgot to cast Sab.
No, wait, he'll wait.
Let's try killing him only with a weapon.
Yes, he said keep your offense going. Ah, you got him. Triumph.
I used up some stamina, but I didn't take any damage.
Right.
Rob body. Alright, search body. He's just an innocent traveler like myself.
Very polite brigand to wait until after you've completed your spell before attacking. Yeah, really. We need to do our
Do a
spell
fast
again.
spell.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens if I click on it. Does that cast it? Nope.
No.
Cast zap. It sounds like I'm adjusting my zipper. I'm up to 42 in zap. My flame dart's up to 94.
Yeah, I guess you used that a little bit.
I have
Dazzle
used
hasn't been up to, yeah.
No, I'm terrible at Dazzle.
Do most characters wait in the series? Depends on the timing, yeah.
Tell me how long do I have to wait? Oh, can I get you now? Or must I hesitate? I hesitated, you see.
I see.
That's the hesitation blues.
Okay, he's going to come after you, and
Is that targeted?
no.
Such a long spell. It did no
Didn't
good.
do any good. Yeah, well.
Cast flame dart.
You got to this with spells?
That's the one. Hoping I keep hitting space to pause as opposed to back arrow to defend. Ha!
Awfully few worms for a hero walking with rhythm.
I got rhythm. Music I got was actually words. Who could ask for anything more? I failed my addition for
Whoop, whoop.
That might work.
Did you do zap?
Probably not. Control I. Nope. Does he get his tail up?
He hasn't done it yet. There's a cue for it.
Yep.
No
Definitely.
point in searching the body, though.
Nope. They'll only weigh us down. Alas. No market for tails these days.
You might want to take a pill or so.
Really? It's down a little. Stamina's down quite a bit.
Yeah. You got your skills up, though. That was a good skill thing.
Good. It's going to use up my water.
Good. All right.
Do, 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 do. Magic said half.
What's your spell skill in Dazzle? Not very high, as it turns out.
Dazzle's terrible. 27.
Yeah.
That could be why it's not working.
Yeah.
My reversal skill is 10. I've had no opportunity to use that really.
Right.
Haven't been up against any spellcasting monsters.
Which is it?
Pterosaur, you say. Let's see if I can spam flame darts and burn it down. With half magic.
Well, the good news is it isn't taking your vigor, but you are taking health.
Oop.
It's 50-50. Ah!
Shame I didn't save the game.
Yeah.
I did save just before I went out of town.
Yeah. If I had
But
to guess,
all those battles lost.
Dazzle starts a timer based on your skill, and 27 is low enough that the timer expires before the casting animation does.
Poet Omar will be here this evening.
Yeah, yeah.
The real problem is all that time we had wasted is no longer wasted.
Right. Oh, and your
And my
skills,
volume's up.
and the skill you did, all that trying
Skill
to
gain.
practice with a Rakesh is gone, so you'll have.
No, I saved after that.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Let's see.
Compliment.
No, don't bother.
Musician.
That is quite possible that's how that's programmed, or at least something similar. Dazzle certainly isn't doing a whole lot. I am hoping.
Yep. Cast Dazzle. Yeah. Someone's hoping?
It wouldn't be a good idea. You're too close to the city.
I know, but he let me do a zap.
He did because he didn't know what you were doing. He thought you were zipping up your zipper. Did we just travel back 30 minutes? Yes, yes. You've been in a 90s adventure game, exactly. As opposed to modern games where you cannot go back in time, where you only go forward and you can't undo.
Whatever you tried is what it is.
Yeah.
Dismount. It occurred to me that I do not actually need to have a monster on the screen to cast Dazzle.
At least it is in King's Quest 5.
Yeah.
You want to use up all your magic points doing that? Okay, fine. Sounds like a good idea. Let's see how many points it
Let's
takes.
do it 5 times and see how many
See
points.
if it does anything, yeah.
I was at 27. Doesn't look very dazzly.
It doesn't. Oh! And it worked! And then he got out of it, yeah.
Visti.
You didn't use hardly any magic points.
No. Maybe it doesn't use any if there's nobody there to dazzle.
Maybe. Before the casting animation expired, yeah. Yay. Alright.
Triumph gloriously for coins that will weigh me down. And only now I go and look at my spell chart and learn that my dazzle has gone up to 30.
Yay!
With
It
5
worked.
castings, got me up 3 points.
Cool.
My zap is up to 41.
Ah.
I think the amount of extra damage you get from the zap depends on how high your skill
How high
is.
your skill is, so yes, we need to do that regularly. But I guess it pays to do some dazzle.
What happens if I cast zap over and over?
You could try 5 times.
2, 3. I don't remember if it was 40 or 41 now. 4, 5. It's up to 43.
Okay.
So we could sit here and have bought a whole lot of magic pills
Yes.
once we had money, and
Right.
then build up
And
all of
build
our.
out all those spells, yes. Funny thing, I always used to practice the reversal spell when I got it because I did not want that timer running out when dealing with Adavis in the final room. But the final room is specifically coded not to run down the reversal timer. Yeah, we didn't want you. The whole point was you got to the end of the game, final room of the game, and just then you realize you are totally screwed. Yes. Okay. Ah, very good. Now,
Okay, there we go. We got 2 seconds out of it that time.
yeah.
Without water, we would not survive even an hour in the desert.
1,
2,
2, 3, 4, 5.
That's big.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently a little bit of skill goes a long way. But no skill doesn't go very far.
Yeah.
1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000.
Okay.
Not bad. Let's see. My reversal is all the way up to 20 from 10.
Wow. Zap is at 43
And it says
now.
it's still active even though it's set it to ward off.
Oh, wow.
Let's look again. No, it says it's active.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't see how many magic points I have. Oh, there we go.
Does today count as the Valentine's Day stream, or did we miss it? Yeah, we didn't have one because we were right in between. So this is as close to Valentine's as we're getting. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope you all had a great time. We love you. That's unironically.
I keep doing that.
You don't need to use the C word here, Corey.
Oh, but it's beloved of pirates and sailors everywhere.
Yes.
And
happy Valentine's Day.
Unix programmers.
Unix programmers, yes. And
seem to be using any magic in the Dazzles.
no, you don't.
Maybe it only works maybe it only costs magic if there's someone to be hit by it.
Could be. In which case you could practice.
Points.
Well, for
Magic scores up to 89.
Cool. For Valentine's Day, my parents took the family out to eat, and now my son has a new restaurant that he keeps asking to eat at.
And of course, it's,
For Valentine's Day, I made chocolate souffles, but except that.
Oh, that's that for Valentine's Day?
Except that it was after Valentine's Day.
Never mind that. No more magic points.
And I made it because I was because what was my excuse? Well, for one thing, I was sad.
That only got me back half of my magic.
Oh well, that's not good. You'll have to take another pill. That's what parents are for. Yeah.
Just to tell you to take your pills?
Yes. I think in the case of my son,
this was all the way up to 36.
Our grandson is probably one of the most experienced, as experienced an epicure, whatever foodie as his parents. At least whether he turns out to be it. Alas, Saurus is nowhere to be found.
So we're here?
Unless you're lucky.
And go back to the room where I fought the Brigand.
Okay.
Control D. Mid-afternoon. That's close enough to sunset. Desert is too scary.
Oh, how sad. Epicurean, yes. Well, or he is not a gourmand. Maybe a gourmand.
More of a gourmet.
Than a gourmet.
Ismount.
Dismount. All right. Yay.
We have survived a trip to the desert.
That's that.
And that means that I can save the game as Desert Wealth. Replace it.
Okay, yes. So let's look at our stats and things.
Control S. All right. Weapon use up to 124. That's pretty good for a rogue. Our intelligence and agility are good. Our strength is good. Our honor is pretty good, actually. Surprisingly good for a rogue.
Yeah, we
the
had
number
to
of
make
people we robbed here.
Yeah, we had to make
Patient skill is good.
There really should have been more opportunities to rob things, honestly.
And use magic.
And, well, yeah, magic is another thing. Well, I mean, again, you've got a city that doesn't want you using magic in the streets.
Once again, early on in the game, we were so poor we could not afford magic pills or vigor pills.
Are you going to get some more pills?
Why?
What's your pill set?
They're pretty good. I got 8 healing pills, 4 mana pills, 4 vigor pills, 3 dispel potions.
No reason to use it but a spell potion. Okay, so we have...
And 3 poison cure pills.
Okay, interesting.
And 1 Saurus. I bet that Saurus is half of that, 75 pounds.
Really. It's holding up those Sauruses that really make a difference.
In the Blizzard game, Heroes of the Storm, one of the characters you can play is Cho and Gaul, and you have to have a partner, one of you playing Cho and one playing Gaul.
Because he's a two-headed ogre.
Right.
So therefore you have to play one of the
Cho
heads
is in
and the
charge
other
of
heads.
moving and melee, and Gaul is in charge of casting spells. But in the early versions of it, when you haven't had a mount, Cho was so stupid that instead of riding them out, he would carry them out.
Yes, so they had the animation for any of the mounts that you tried to mount. He would be holding the mount up in the middle of the air.
Well, we could get in one more over a practice.
Yeah.
Heck, if we don't walk into a townsperson. So in the early multiplayer games, you would get up to like one of these courtyard entrances. You have more than proved your skills in saving our city. Yet you do not have the skill at rope that I have. And you will never know what skills may come in handy.
This is one of the skills we need.
Challenge, and you cannot but improve.
That is very true. This is the only thing we need to learn, and we have not done it. Good point.
That was a good, but give me a dinar, give dinar. So it was foreshadowing. And then we have to go watch him show off again.
I convinced friends to play in a round with Cho'Gall and Abathur. So his like being 2 players down.
Oh,
yes,
there we
it
go.
is. It is.
Well,
definitely.
the real problem, Cho'Gall is super powerful. But if Cho'Gall dies, like everybody gangs up on him, then you're down 2 players.
Yeah. And Abathur is
I liked playing Abathur.
I know. Abathur is half a character.
And I especially liked climbing Abathur because it pissed off Richard so much when I did it.
Yes, we would play with Richard. And I really liked Heroes of Storm, and we haven't played it in a long time, but too tentative.
We're getting better at this.
Yeah, we got halfway through.
I feel like I'm getting shakier.
Well, you will.
Okay, so you never use the left or right. You only
use pause and
only use
reflect.
forward and pause. And perhaps every step is gaining skill points.
That would be good.
If we had it programmed correctly, which is possible if somewhat unlikely. We're almost there. One more step. We won 5 dinars. We won pretty much back all the dinars we've bet. Hero, you are good, but you are not as good as I. Let us test your skills in dinars against mine. And our climbing skill did not go up.
No.
Your intelligence and agility did.
Well, it's a good thing for...
Interesting. Give dinar.
You don't have to watch him after the second time around.
Yeah, each time you come into the room, you have to watch him once. Okay, so we have discovered a technique that was probably not intended.
I think that was probably what it's programmed for, so.
It was intended to stabilize, but you were probably supposed to be able to figure out which way was falling incorrect for it. And I am not sufficiently good at recognizing low resolution animation to tell what that is. More of a challenge this time.
Right. And I can see where, okay, that would have been a lean right, and I can see what the animation's trying to do, but since stabilization works.
And the fact that, oh yeah, I stabilized. The fact that, I don't know, the fact stabilization works and the fact that I'm not very good at reading the visuals.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I was lucky because I actually hit step forward instead of
Yay!
At some point he'll stop betting with me because I'll have won too often. You collect your 5 dinars. Do you think you can rest in your laurels? I challenge you again. My agility keeps going up, but my climbing skill is not changing.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. And of course, we don't really need climbing skill because we have magic rope.
Yeah.
Although it might determine how long we can climb the magic rope.
I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah,
Is bored
he
yet?
challenged us. He challenged us. You gotta.
Gotta keep going.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can walk the rope again.
One more time.
I'm just actually looking to see if my climbing skill will ever go up, and maybe it only goes up if you adjust left and right. I could let myself fall off by.
You don't want to. All right.
Okay, so what way should I have gone there?
I think that means you need to shift right, but I won't guarantee it.
Shift right is up. Right?
Oh, okay.
No, it's maybe too slow.
Maybe.
Oh, I have to lose some to
Yeah.
in order to get rid of all those dinars you paid me. We are
Walking a tightrope really isn't about climbing this. It's more about balance and spatial skills. It is.
sunset approaches.
It truly is.
We need to be back at the end by sunset, so this will be our last time.
Okay.
Except we'll go in and practice with the quarter once, because
You can.
this.
All right.
Wee, 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 wee. See, once you got the technique,
These are.
this is kind of like combat, where hitting attack, attack, attack turns out to be a very effective strategy in Quest for Glory, and not bad in Quest for Glory 2.
You know something? These instructions are terrible. I would never have programmed it like this. Honestly, forward should have been the up arrow.
Well, but it's relative movement to the direction you're moving, so I understand that.
It should be relative movement to the direction you're going. Forward is forward. Up arrow is forward. Hold is down. I'm in a, we seem to have an expert amongst us. All right.
So he will probably stop letting me challenge
Yes.
him about now.
Uh-huh.
Besides, I'll go in the guild hall, and how much vigor do I have left? Stamina's good, health is good. Let's go make a challenge, and then we will head over to the inn for supper.
Right, because we really did want to get to Raseir sometime. It's still going to be... No.
Do not let yourself be distracted by your thoughts. How about the thoughts of the fact that I keep hitting you? I hit him 3 times in a row. He's playing defensive. Very good, very good. But I wore myself out swinging.
Yep.
Weapon use, good. Dodge, good. Okay, we made progress here. And we don't need any stamina to listen to a poet lecture.
I won't be going to sleep after that.
It's Control R to the end, to the end.
Ah, there they are.
The poet will soon speak if you will but be seated. The Sultan of Shapir has now decreed this hero is a hero here indeed. For actions fundamental in dispelling elementals, a reward for he who freed us all with speed. Sounds like Gilbert and Sullivan. Actions fundamental in dispelling elementals. From the Sultan Harun al-Rashid, may he reign forever, we present thee with this purse for thy services most brave and daring against the elementals of earth and water. What about the fire and air? You receive a reward of 100 dinars.
Yeah, now we're really weighted down.
Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot get to my bags, so maybe I can now.
In the month of the serpent, in the year of the spear, darkness passed over the town of Raseir, and the rumors had said that the old emir was dead, for Arus al-Din had seemed to disappear.
They don't seem certain about that.
The emir had a brother who quickly took the throne, but the shadow lurking under soon was known, for the Kata were exiled, and Raseir was then defiled by the rules and regulations that were shown. The Sultan sent his men to restore Raseir to right, but they did not even have a chance to fight, for as they crossed the land, a tremendous storm of sand forced his forces to retreat from their plight.
Foreshadowing the later film.
So now the rumors told of the city of Raseir that the darkness shadows everything in fear, and he that now does rule has the emir as his tool. Disobedience brings punishment severe.
Like getting laid off? Your contract's
The
canceled?
moral of the story, as the best of tales must tell, of the horrors of the orders that befell, is a simple corollary that a hero must be wary ere his journeys to the shadow's citadel. And we bid him luck and wish him very well. As you travel to Raseir, Juster, know that all of us in Shapir wish for your safety and the success of your mission.
Hey.
Hey, yay,
Part didn't
Moonlight,
need translating.
Moon Lily, I know.
Hi, Moon Lily.
Well, yes, I know, but you never know.
Ooh. Now we can finally look at our inventory. We're up to 82 pounds weight carried, probably because all that money.
All that money.
212 golden dinars.
Yes. All right, yay.
Peek at the decompiled code for the tightrope. No calls or usage of climbing, but each step gives agility experience.
Ah, okay.
Oh, that's unfortunate because
Yes.
you're thinking you can improve your
Yeah.
climbing and you don't.
All right, ask about Raseir.
Applaud.
Yeah.
Ask about Raseir.
The dark has touched her and turned
Has turned aside.
all things of light that once there abide. Raseir is left to crumble in despair, thus wickedness and folly now reside.
It's a good rhyme
Can't
scheme.
miss this. This is my favorite quest for glory of the series. Ooh.
But in the doers, arrogance and pride, the light grows ever stronger now outside.
A hero strives to force the darkness back, and into morning shall be Raseir's guide.
The city of Raseir has been overcome by darkness, yet there shall be a hero to return her to the light.
Yay.
Ask about light. Upon that question, I would further ponder. For guidance, I suggest that thee seek yonder. Ask about caravan.
To journey far across this mighty land, to face the deadly driving dusts of sand, the shining sun that sears the naked land, and to survive, it must be caravan.
Like that.
I mean,
Burma shave.
it is definitely a Burma shave ride, yes.
A caravan. Best way to travel across Shapir. So apparently this is the city of Shapir, but also the land of Shapir.
Yes, it is. We tended to do that, which was dumb, but we did it a lot. All right, Spielberg, for instance. So, any rate, ask about Emir. A tale is told of that same time last year that magic caused a man to disappear. A brother now is ruling in Raseir, and no one knows the fate of the Emir.
The true Emir of Raseir vanished last year at the same time.
No, he
I don't
doesn't.
know any answer ours is.
Yes.
Getting hungry.
It's oddly, it's
Over
the
a
opposite
toast
for
the
me.
poet.
Not that the setting is bad, but some of my favorite enemies lurk in the
Lambs,
movie.
falafels, and sour cream along with rabbit curry.
Yeah. Okay.
Wonderful meal, same as all the others.
Well, we have done this. We have listened. All right, toast poet. Yes.
Thank you, poet.
That. You are most welcome, hero who came here. May you always be so welcome in Shapir.
Such a thing was done with pleasure, hero, and needs no mention. Ask about Sultan.
There is a sultan in the land Shapir, who speaks but truth and counsels all to hear, to whom the people praise and cheer, the righteous rejoice, and the foul all fear.
The Sultan Harun al-Rashid, may his name be known always as the most powerful and perceptive ruler. Ask about beggar. Nope. Ask about money.
When a stranger seeks to purchase in this land some things of finery or of purpose grand, From the shops of the bazaar, he must first have a dinar. The money changer's purse will fill his hand. Ah.
The money changer exchanges coins from distant lands to earn centimes and dinars. Unfortunately, you don't learn that until long after you've had to change your money.
Well, yeah. Oh, well.
Okay. I can't think of anything to ask. Anyone got anything to ask? Let's see. Raseir says perfect for spooky season. Oddly,
Definitely Gothic and Lovecraftian. Sign me up. Yeah,
combat at number 4. We like the combat at number 4.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, we did, whether you like it or not. Yes. It's the most interesting combat. Although I did like the intelligence of 5, but that's just me. All right.
Get up. Go to bed. Except I don't know if I managed to save earlier because this is replace an old one. Metatree.
Doesn't matter, just any one of them.
Replace with Control
Night,
C, I think they said.
before Raseir.
It's pre-caravan.
Okay. What Quest for Glory 4 does best combat-wise is to make each monster feel unique rather than a different set of numbers. Ah. Yeah, they all had interesting animations.
So our theoretical ending time is 4:30, but we can't possibly do that because
we haven't gotten
as
to
we
Raseir.
promised we were going to get on a caravan. Before the sun has risen over the mountaintops, you're awakened by Shamin. Tells you that even now the caravan to Raseir is preparing to depart. Shima greets you as you leave the room with some breakfast and supplies to take with you, because she knows you always order breakfast. The inn is filled with Kata merchants who wish you luck upon your departure. As you pass through the gate of Shapir, the gate guard presents you with a new Saurus, a gift from the Sultan. Ahead in the desert sands awaits a mass of Sarai and riders, being led by the caravan master, a huge centaur who orders the caravan into motion before the sun can be seen. Has anybody tried cheating and dealing with the Saurus before you leave?
Yeah, I thought you could.
I didn't do that. That would be interesting. You ride out to join this new adventure, pausing only to watch the sunrise.
And there's your new Saurus.
Watching the sunrise with a new Saurus that looks a lot like, looks more expensive. Ooh, there's the sun.
It rose really rapidly. There we go. And there comes
Caravan
the
is
caravan.
here.
That was.
Centaurs are best at fighting their way across the desert. A ship of the desert. So you can right-click on things. Many people don't know that. And music inspired by Lawrence of Arabia. That's where you get packs across there.
Take a screenshot before the when they. Oh, you can. Oh well, so much for that.
I would have done it there, but you told me to wait.
I thought you could get. I thought the caravan would get a little further in the screen, but it.
I will.
No, I meant so it wasn't occluded by Eero.
It isn't.
No, it was in that.
Oh, there's something up there.
Yes, there's a guy jumping up.
The plane, boss! The plane! The caravan's on the plane! Uh-oh. The caravan comes under siege from hundreds of nomadic brigands. Your small group is vastly outnumbered. The situation looks grim. But I know Flame Dart! Intermission.
This was
Jerry Moore's idea, of course.
Yes.
Whiz Fizz.
They look
Icy
like
cold.
ants. Let's all go out to the lobby. Yes.
There's pure Superior artesian spring water. Fresh popped Wilbur Blumendecker gourmet popping corn.
We had corn yesterday. We had corn.
We had corn?
We had
popcorn. Oh, we did. We had kettle corn.
We had kettle corn. We had it.
What about the stars? Looky, it's an orb of burning helium and hydrogen.
Just so.
There might be others there, but... Okay, this is the most important scene. Alt print screen. Maybe shift print screen.
Shift print screen. There.
I love the smell of victory in the morning. That's from some
It's
movie or
from
something.
Apocalypse Now.
It smells like sweat. There's still someone over there, looks like.
There are fewer people in the caravan, though.
The hills around are stark and dry, just like Coarse Gold. That's where Sierra was officially located, even though it was really up in Oakhurst. After a week of traveling, you leave the caravan when it comes within sight of the city of Raseir. caravan master warns you that Raseir is a dangerous place to be and bids you be wary of all you meet there. He rears up and salutes you when you watch the caravan move onward into the desert. You ride alone to the entrance to Raseir and pass through the barred gates, which barely open for you. I wonder if we could have dispelled Rakish's injuries by getting some of his hair and giving him a dispel potion.
Yes, Saurus still appeared. Yes, we got the green Saurus when they replaced our Saurus.
Didn't we have a green source before?
Yeah, we did.
Oh. Stay where you are, stranger, and you'll discover how sharp... That's a terrible accent. Stay where you are, stranger, you'll discover how sharp a weapon can be. So you are the one they call the hero of Shapir. Understand this. We don't need no stinking heroes around here. Do I make myself clear? That, of course, is from Treasure of the Sierra Madre.
Or all the quotes there.
How about, yes. See that you obey all the rules posted around town. Rule number 1, strangers must always carry their visa. Do you have your visa? Already breaking the rules, are you? Here's your visa. Don't leave town without it. From the Visa commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Look at MasterCard. How about one?
I have MasterCard, sorry. Yeah. Definitely
Yeah,
not
Visa.
as stinky as the average Mordavian, yes.
It's your Assyrian visa. Don't leave town without
You
it.
stinky peoples. All right, we have made it. We have made it to Raseir. And it's only 4:36. Raseir at last.
The Raseir.
At last.
With visa.
Exclamation point. All right, there we go. We did it.
Okay, I'm going to now go to... No, we haven't done it yet. I am first going to go to File and restore an old game. Pre-Caravan. How about Desert Wealth? Let's go all the way back there. Let's go...
You're going to try and dispel a Saurus?
I'm going to try and dispel Saurus.
All right, it's going to leave tomorrow, so you got to do it tonight. That's 2 games early.
Saurus. Get Saurus. Get hair from Saurus. You can't get that. All right, now let's go step out in the desert and dismount and try it.
The noises are noisy again.
Oh, that's because I restored.
I know. Pet Saurus, you think?
Yep. I tried.
Yeah. Oh, that sound is low.
Yep, I tried to stop, but I couldn't.
The Saurus has the cutest face. He is. He's really well animated. He's really fun. That's the best part of Parsers, yeah.
Dismount. If Saurus needs more room, that sign's in the way. Pet Saurus.
No.
Hug Saurus.
Get hair? Can't get
Ask about Emir.
that. No
Ask
response.
about Saurus.
Ah,
Because I wasn't facing him. Use the spell potion on Saurus. I don't know how you'd use that here. Cast Zap. Cast Dazzle.
Feed Saurus to Tyrannosaurus.
Ooh,
It worked! Yay!
it worked for a second, yes. Cast Flame Dart. Anyway, it doesn't matter because we're going to be restoring.
Well, yes, we are. This is not... Yeah, at this rate we'll die, so...
Run away. And we only have to run far enough to
Get out of the game.
get to the menu.
Yep.
we going to quit or are we going to go?
Yeah, we're gonna quit. It's 4:39.
Oh, we haven't solved that mystery.
No, but we did get to Raseir. So you can get stuffed Saurus jerky, yes.
Oh, source jerky from the merchants. It's time to split. Do you mind that if I join you? Let's make like a tree and leave. Let's make like a baby and head out. Let's split like a banana. Make like a banana and split. That was the line.
Okay.
Yum.
Okay, well, what do you know? That.
And that is all you get from us today.
Right. That was yet another version
That
of this
caravan
game.
was...
We got to Raseir, and we'll be starting out in the Dark City. Good session. Fun.
If I remember correctly, the spell potions eventually used for SARS is to be specially prepared, I assume.
Due to the lack of hair for...
But if we could figure out the correct phrasing for the parser, then we could undoubtedly have gotten that hair if it had been programmed that way.
Right, which it
Wasn't.
doesn't. Yeah, I thought that came before you went to Shapir. I thought you at least got more information about that Saurus.
No, you really don't.
We should
You
have.
just found you got a new Saurus, which wasn't clear why.
Uh-huh.
Time to call the Sierra hint line for
Yeah.
the correct phrasing.
Yeah, really.
But yes, it actually happens automatically at the end of the game, and it really ought to be a player.
Should have been player. Oh, well. But again, we have used the spell potions in the previous game, so it wasn't
So we
like-
kind of know the trope.
Yes. Looking forward to your next session. Gonna go play some Sierra Adventure games tonight. Well, have fun with it. Walkthroughs?
Disgraceful!
And technically, lizards don't have hair, at least not those on Earth, correct?
Ah,
Well, all right.
that's ours too.
Well, they probably have, well...
Feathers.
Feathers.
Yes, dinosaurs have feathers.
So therefore, dinosaurs and lizards and things like that could have something similar to hair. And have you know...
Mitochondria. Oh.
Right, yes, well. At any rate, thank you all for showing
We'll be
up.
back in
It's a
2
lot-
weeks.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. What is 2 weeks?
2 weeks
According to your
is,
thing?
it is
8th.
March the 8th.
The 8th.
March the 8th. Next.
And what is the thing I'm doing in Cyprus? If that's the 4th?
Is it the 7th?
We need to...
It's a Friday.
Oh, Friday. Just before we're doing our live stream.
No, that's, that one in February.
March.
Yes. The day before the live stream at 9:30 in the morning Pacific time, we will be meeting, doing a live stream with the Cyprus Computer Museum.
How about that?
And they have a number of aspiring game developers on the island of Cyprus in Greece. And
including our very own Elsa von Spellberg, Christiana, who
Christiana,
kept
yeah.
the game alive.
who helped make Quest for Glory 5 happen. And we're going to be talking about adventure games. And Roberta Williams will also be doing
Yes, so you might
presentation.
want to figure out how to find this. Is there a way to show this?
I don't know.
So yes, we should
I got a
advertise
link
it.
to it. Yeah, I did get a link to it.
We'll.
Cyprus Computer Museum.
So you might want to check this out because it might be.
New Zealand, Cyprus and retro computer and computing and gaming. Latest news.
Oh, look at those computers! You could show.
I
us.
guess I should show you this. Desktop.
Mm-hmm. Look at that! Those
These are
lovely computers.
Some of the retro computers. 1950 Turbo Champ. That's before our time.
Yeah. Wow.
Let's look at the latest news.
And there
it's
they have it.
all in Greek.
And I don't even see it advertised, so who knows?
February 14th.
So, yeah. Well, any rate, that we will advertise it if we can figure it out. How.
Seminars and events.
Okay.
I actually could go to my email and get
You
it.
could,
So
yes.
I
So
could just spend an extra.
they did
minute
that, yes. Yeah, that's what AGDI. Yes. Second that, I love the combat even more in VGA, more complex and challenging. It's Greek to me. It's very Greek to me too. Yeah. Anyone remember those neon green screens of the Apple IIe? Yeah. Facebook. Okay. Well,
around
anyway.
here I have an email program.
Well, we will let you know.
I'm going to get this.
You're
I'm going to find
because
it.
it's
I'm
important.
going to find it because it's.
Yeah. Most recent post is about Lori and it's in English. Ah, very good. All right, Mr. Cole.
Well,
Let's see.
Part A in Greek. It is International Women's Day is the reason it's March the 7th.
What do you know? And yes, Roberta will be there.
There's a bunch of stuff, but it's not a link.
There it is.
The Storytellers.
Yes.
Yeah. Here we go. Dude, that doesn't work, of course.
They might have a link elsewhere, but...
Let me just pop this over here, and then I will go to...
Actually write that in?
Yeah, I'll go type it in. HTTP.
tinyurl.com.
tinyurl.com/storytellers25. This might work.
Yes.
There we go. I don't know where the program is here. Okay, desktop.
There you go. It's only a little of grease.
I will type in here. No, I won't because I didn't copy it.
You didn't copy it? Well, you can, yeah.
I can copy this one.
You can.
The tiny URL would have taken you to here. And it's the Storytellers, the Cyprus Computer Museum in collaboration with the STEM Education Center, organizing a special event on 7th of Martio, 2025, Friday, March the 7th. Yes. Including Roberta Williams, co-founder of Raseir Online, Jane Jensen, Gabriel Knight series. I know Jane
Jensen's going.
Lorianne Cole, Quest for Glory series, and Anita Sinclair.
Well, it's a must see. Hybrid broadcast live. They did not, however, give us plane tickets to go over to see Cyprus.
Yeah, they really should have.
Yeah.
It's a hybrid event. And you can sign up for it here.
The greatest stories ever told.
There we go. And Lori is doing So You Wanna Be a Hero.
Yeah.
They need Christy Marks as well. They do need Christy Marks.
They did.
Jane Jensen must have been a late edition or a scratch because she isn't on the list here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Maybe they wanted and didn't get her.
Maybe they didn't talk to Christy because they didn't have a contact.
Could be.
Oh, well. Anyway, so that's the big thing that will go on March 7th and on March 8th. If we survive March 7th, then we will do our live stream.
Right, and we will let you know. We will. That should be fun. We will have.
Yeah, we get to talk about it.
Yeah.
And show maybe a link to where they will have a retrospective.
Right, and then we'll have it on Discord. We'll talk about it in Discord, or Corey will anyway, and you guys can talk about it in Discord.
Alexor asked if anyone else remembers those neon green screens of the Apple IIe. Yeah. Absolutely, yes. Remember the black and white screen in the original Macintosh?
How about that amber screen?
And the amber screen, the Hercules graphics screen. They had all different graphics cards. One of them was amber. And then, of course, they had the orange screen of Play-Doh, the plasma screen, which is really what got me excited about computer gaming. So, yeah, we had many different standards back then. Anyway, we'll see you all in 2 weeks on March the 8th, 2 p.m. Pacific time.
And have fun, play games, and
be wonderful to each other, one another. What is it? Be something to one another? Be good to one another.
Well, at any rate, that's a good thing. Bye-bye.
Hasta la vista, baby.